Was still there. Hopes fade on that star-spangled banner yet wave. O'er the land have known them free, and the home of the
That was Mayor Latonya Barnes of Florence with our national anthem, as we're moments away from the start of the IceCats taking on the Columbus River Dragons this evening. Pleasure to be with you, Danny Bach, alongside Bryce Derschel, as we see the starting goaltenders. First for the PD IceCats, Ricardo Gonzalez, touted from Motor City, and he has been an excellent goaltender. Bryce Derschel, what do you like about his game?
Oh, just as solid as it gets. He's always square. Somebody tries to make a move, he might even fake their fake and get them to make another move. But he's always one step ahead, and he's just always seems square, and he's always there to make that play. Even when you don't think it's possible, he'll dive across that net and make an incredible save. So look forward to a few of those tonight, and he'll definitely be one of the key parts to this IceCats start.
So we have the ceremonial puck drop. First to have a puck drop is Eric Powell, the man that named the PD IceCats. An incredible achievement. It's certainly honorable for that to play itself out. But the puck drops continue to unfold here this evening, and it's always special to be a part of that very first ceremonial puck drop here, Bryce.
No, absolutely. I mean, this is a big moment, and I think it's super exciting for everyone involved, especially just this being the first night. And I think everybody's ready for that real puck to drop and get this going.
So here is the puck drop, this time from the general manager of the Florence Center in Rex Berman. And he threw the puck down on the ice. That's not a legal one, but next up is the mayor of Florence, Latonya Barnes, who just sang the national anthem. And we wait for the puck drop. The captain for the PD IceCats, Nick McGill-Diaz. And it was a question who would be the captain at what time. And now that is the case with Nick McGill-Diaz wearing the C on his chest. How special is that for him?
Yeah, especially being the first year, it's super exciting to be able to lead a team like this, especially with so much skill. They got high expectations, and so he'll wear that C proudly on his chest, and along with that logo, and just look to impress the fans and get a good season going, and it starts right now.
PD IceCats with their starting lineup already introduced. They have the Marcinkiewicz twins on either wing, and they are centered on the right side by that of Houston Wilson. A collective roar, you can imagine, and away we go. Hockey is back in the PD. Columbus controls the puck within their own end, launched along the right side where the IceCats look to keep it in. In a battle with it, Houston Wilson behind that. Marcinkiewicz earned pass and missed everybody. And Columbus is able to escape towards the left wing side. Kirk Underwood goes in deep towards the left wing corner. He discovers the puck along the half wall towards the right side. Here's Matt Stoya. Stoya waits along behind the goal line. Goes Konstantin Chernuk, who ventures the puck ahead behind Dominic Marcinkiewicz, gliding in a long shot that is sent out of play by Kyle Moore. Early stages, 40 seconds in, still no score between PD IceCats and Columbus River Dragons as both teams try to settle in. And even though this might be the first game for the IceCats, not the first time these guys have played hockey.
No, exactly. Super excited. It's all about that first shift, getting the nerves out, like I mentioned. Maybe throw a big hit, get a shot on net, make a good D play, but it's all about getting that nerve out and getting to a good start.
Looking to set a rhythm, Ryan Galvin on the face-off dot in front of Ricardo Gonzalez, with Dustin Gisso winning the draw back in his own end for the PD. Claimed by Alex Johan, where he is leveled on the play as the IceCats look to venture away on the rush. Launched in through the neutral zone and well deep, and this heads for icing. So a haltage in play with the icing. So for our new fans, when there is an icing, when would an icing usually take place here, Bryce?
So you're going to be looking at that metal red line. If you are on the defensive side of that and send it past the goal line, on the other side, that's going to be icing. You can't just send it down the ice.
Dustin Gisso ahead for the IceCats, launched ahead of Nick Gullo. He heads in towards the right wing corner, who loses the puck. And Columbus able to handle within the neutral zone. This is Timur Razulov. D to D for the IceCats. Tipped in by Gisso, an IceCats team that is rather fast. And Mike Wynn claims a loose disc for Columbus. He ventures a pass from the left wing side, tipped ahead, straight towards goal. Ricardo Gonzalez covers with 1:37 elapsed in the opening period. Still no score between PD and Columbus.
Yeah, I think a big part here is going to be watching those turnovers, especially in the D zone. It's going to keep you hemmed in, and it's going to give the other team a little boost of energy to get some offense going. So watch those turnovers.
Chance Adrian loses the faceoff a bit towards goal, and snagged and covered by the goaltender Ricardo Gonzalez, who has been busy up to this point.
Yeah, no, I was super excited to see this crowd getting into it already. They're letting Gonzalez know he made a good save, and cheering on big hits. We love it.
In on the faceoff, Chance Adrian, who claims a loose disc towards the right side as the IceCats look to escape along their own end. Chased on by Eli Rivers, one of the key acquisitions for Gary Graham's IceCats. Here's a centering pass, snuffed out on the chance that came from Alex Jemaeth. And behind the net, here is Kevin Zabad, who was the first signing for the PD IceCats before he was traded. Ventured out far wing, Samaro, a chance that is discovered along the half wall and cleared, and the IceCats have a much needed change with 17:40 to go in the opening period. Still no score on the inaugural PD IceCats game. Chipped in on the attack. Here's Gonzalez from behind his own cage. He settles for his defenseman Nick McGill-Diaz, the captain for the IceCats. Here's Houston Wilson, who gains the line. Centering pass that was behind Chance Adrian Wilson with a shot that was settled in the end by the block that came from Matt Stoya. First one to it, Konstantin Chernak from the right wing half wall before it's escaped and launched back in for the IceCats on the bid from McGill-Diaz, one of the cornerstone defensemen for the PD. 3 minutes played in the opening period. Still no score between Columbus and PD. Razulov pursues Tyler Barrow for the loose disc before Columbus is able to house within their own protection. Long stretch bid that ends up finding Jordan Popoff, a fan favorite already for the PD, who said in a TikTok with the IceCats that he likes to hit people. And that can go a long way. And speaking of hitting people, Matt Stoya expresses his displeasure with Jordan Popoff. And Nick Gullo also in the mix. All this with 3:22 elapsed in the opening period. Now you see that animosity starting to play itself out.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That you could tell the crowd's itching for it. They got excited, just a couple of shoves. So as that continues to progress, I'm sure these teams, they're going to play a lot. They're going to play each other a lot over the years. So they're going to develop a lot of animosity, but that's for sure.
Dustin Gisso to take the faceoff against Alex Storjahan. One back to Timur Razulov from behind the goal line. Gullo stretched a pass ahead of Timur Razulov, who chipped it in. IceCats go in to work, centering bid, nobody home for the attempted pass. Left side, just so, shoots. Stop made by Tyler Roy for Columbus. Razulov looking for a tip before it's scaled and played by Ryan Galvin. Here's just so from the right wing corner. He tried to find a pass, nobody was home. Instead, Mike Wynn for Columbus. Razulov from the left corner in a battle with Ryan Galvin from behind the net. Mike Wynn gave the puck away. IceCats on the attack from the left wing corner as they go into work. Jordan Popoff steps in on the forecheck for the PD. As the jostling ensues out towards the left wing side. Played out high for a long bid from Jackson LeGros. That's in the end settled by Tyler Roy. Kept in play. A bid from Adrian was blocked by the fearless effort from Josh Colton. Another long shot, save made again by Roy. And Columbus is able to launch in through the neutral zone. From behind the net, Gonzalez watches his defense go to work with Jordan Popoff from his own end. Nearing 5 minutes played with still no score between the PD and Columbus. From in front of the net, a chance that was missed by Eli Rivers. Another bid, nobody home for the attempted pass. Columbus able to launch one well deep, and the PD able to handle within their own defensive end. Chernak looks to kick-start the rush. Garrett Johnson's pass instead finds Alex Jemayev for Columbus. And the River Dragons look to go on the attack of their own. Gonzalez from behind his cage. He leaves it, and away goes Nick McGill-Diaz, the captain. Left wing, they enter in with Houston Wilson. Left side, Marcinkovic out towards the right wing corner. Chernak kept it in for the PD. Tipped ahead of Houston Wilson, who pursues the puck into the left wing corner. In they battle ahead of Patrick Marcinkovic. And Columbus able to wind up with the loose disc with Alex Jemayev. To the corner with Chernak. Out high. Here's Marcinkovic. Dominic Marcinkovic. Another chance. Scramble in front of the net and covered by Tyler Roy. 14:08 to go in the opening period. Still no score between the PD and Columbus, but you have to like the response so far from the PD IceCats.
No,
we do want to thank our proud partners with us at the PD IceCats, including Gorget Distilling, Power Properties, Chick-fil-A, the partner of the Power Play, Palmetto Smiles, Remax of Sean Austin, X-Gen Spa, and Orange Theory, James Hoffmeyer, who houses the Penalty Kill. Additionally, Tomlinson, M&M, McLeod Health and Fitness, Stanley Steamer, Pepsi, Evening Shade, Hertz, Kimbrels, Hometown Floor Coverings, and Integrative Health Solutions. Proud partners of the PD IceCats. So, with what we've seen as we are in a break in the action, Bryce Derschel, what have you seen so far?
I'd say the IceCats came back with a quick couple rushes of their own. Zabad had a great defensive play on Wilson, and I think he just about saved a goal there. So a couple good chances for PD, and it's all about just keeping that momentum going. They're starting to look good here in the last few minutes.
Patrick Marcinkovic to take the draw for the PD, with a forward line that includes Houston Wilson on the left wing and Dominic Marcinkovic, with Konstantin Chernak, defenseman for the PD, along with the right wing side of Jordan Popoff as we continue to wait. Officials hoping to dish the puck in due time. And away we go. Columbus able to control as they look to clear out of their own end. Kept in play by Patrick Marcinkovic, trailing a pass. Dished in by McGill-Diaz. This is Patrick Marcinkovic from behind the net. Played out high, left wing side, a shot through traffic was missed from Konstantin Chernak. PD looking to go to work. Marcinkovic drifted outside, left wing, McGill-Diaz stopped by Roy, still loose on the deck before Again, the Columbus goaltender is able to cover, and a scrap ensues. Two fights, one from behind the net and two from where the attempted shot was taken. 6:23 played in the opening period. Still no score between Columbus and the PD.
Yeah, no, I think this is what you can expect to see from the IceCats. They're moving the puck well. They're confident with the puck and keeping it in the offensive zone. They're looking good.
And both teams exchanging pleasantries, and not the positive of kinds, and one of the River Dragons wants to start a scrap, and Captain Nick McGill-Diaz had none of it.
Yeah, it's a part of it. You try to get under the other team's skin and try to, let them know you're there, but it's all about letting it in and out and getting right to the hockey. That's what we're here for.
So Columbus with a trip to the penalty box. Kyle Moore heads into the box, and the early indication there is nobody in the box for the PD. So the IceCats on the verge of going on the power play.
Yeah,
And
I think that's I think that's something that can kind of backfire on you when you're trying to maybe get under the other team's skin. Is sometimes you might do a little too much. Here they've done too much, and PD's going to go on the power play.
Well, no, 2 minutes for roughing each side with 6:23 played in the opening period. Face-off just outside of the Columbus zone. Dustin Gisso, well-traveled, played with Monroe last year, and he factors to be one of the leading talents for the PD this upcoming season. So here comes Gisso leading the rush for the PD. Dancing across the red line, tipped in by Gullo. And Columbus, along the left wing side, looks to venture through the neutral zone. Chipped in on the attack towards the right wing corner, where it could be pitchforked by Mike Wynn, straight to the goal, and covered in the end by Ricardo Gonzalez.
Yeah, interesting little play there. He choked up pretty early in the play and tried to get around the defenseman in the corner, but you got to keep those feet moving, and it's a smart little play. Try to choke up on the stick and really protect the puck there.
Chance Adrian to take the draw against Cody Wickline. IceCats win it cleanly. Jackson Legros patiently waits behind his own net and dishes right wing side. And there comes Trevor Lord. He sends one in. One of the key players for Gary Graham's side, you can imagine. Lord played out high. Here's Johnson closing, missed the net. Legros fishing for the loose disc. He heads on back for the PD as they look to revamp their rush. 12:42 remaining in the opening period. Here's Jackson Legros looking to go to work for the PD, and he sends one behind his net. Adrian settles for Garrett Johnson. Trevor Lord across for Johnson yet again. Plopped to Colton, a shot and a save by Gonzalez. And the IceCats look to escape their own end off the back of the skate, and two IceCats collide. That was Trevor Lord and Garrett Johnson. Columbus walks back in again. Storjahan with a shot and a save by Gonzalez. With 8 minutes played in the opening period, still no score between the PD and Columbus here on the IceCats Broadcast Network. Patrick Marcinkiewicz with Columbus banking one off the wall, kept in play towards the right wing side, where it could be ventured and escaped by Houston Wilson for the PD. Shootout with the IceCats dancing in. Here comes Patrick Marcinkiewicz straight to the net. McGill-Diaz within the vicinity of the play before Ryan Galvin looks to lead a rush out for Columbus. Banged off the wall from Kevin Sabad. And this is played by McGill-Diaz, where Columbus can claim with 11:25 to go in the opening period. Still no score between the PD and Columbus River. From the right wing side in they venture. Ryan Galvin pressured on the play by Darmnik Marcinkiewicz before the puck finally is escaped by Timur Razulov. This is Eli Rivers dancing across the line, an acute angle shot, and the save is made by Tyler Roy. And end in action so far here in this opening period.
Yeah, you know, the 4-on-4, when both teams get that penalty, it goes 4-on-4, and the space really opens up. It seems to have there, but back to 5-on-5. It's going to be all about congesting the corners, congesting the front of the net, and just trying to get a dirty goal. That's what's this first goal is going to be something dirty. You know, it's all about getting those nerves out.
So wins it cleanly. Razulov awaits. Left wing side, played out high before it is leaving the zone. Nick McGill-Diaz, and Columbus looks to restart their own end. And both penalties have expended. Here's Dustin Giseau from behind the net. Gullo gave it away, and Columbus looks to clear. Claimed this time by Kirk Underwood for Columbus. Long bin. Gonzalez the save. Backhand feed from Kyle Moore as they go to work behind the net. Tyler Barrow for Columbus. Centering pass missed everybody and heads straight towards net. Roy is able to 10 for Columbus with pressure from Trevor Lord. This is Kirk Underwood. Able to set up Matt Stoya. And Columbus looks to gain the line off the back of the heel of Tyler Barrow, inching her way towards the halfway mark in the opening frame. Here comes the PD with Jackson LeGros, who came in several days ago and an acquisition for the PD, last one before their opening game of the year. This is Mike Wynn from behind the net with Justin Samaro, hoping to maintain the zone. Claimed this time by Chance Adrian, the IceCats on the attack. From the left wing side, Eli Rivers missed the net. Here's Justin Samaro for Columbus. Sent for Alex Jemayev with a venturing pass that Garrett Johnson is able to head in towards the wall for the River Dragons before flanked towards the left wing side. Slipping was Hugh Anderson. This is Josh Colton. Played out high and out of the zone by Ryan Galvin, and Columbus and the PD go on their changes. 9:18 to go in the opening period. Still no score between Columbus and the PD. Here comes Patrick Marcinkiewicz getting a line, centering pass that missed Houston Wilson. And a penalty coming up in the aftermath of the play with 9:07 to go in the opening period with Houston Wilson on the rush, and that led directly to the stoppage. And the PD about to have their first power play as a franchise.
Yeah, super excited. As they got into the rush there, a stick came up high from the defense and caught Houston Wilson up high. It's a 2-minute penalty if you get them. If it draws blood, it's going to be a 4-minute penalty. So it looks like we got 2 out there right now, so it wasn't too bad. But they're going to have a power play here. This is something to get excited about.
So Cody Wickline called on the penalty. And Blueface IT Solutions, a proud partner of the penalty box, as we await with 9:07 to go here in this game. And the opening game for the PD IceCats after 18 years without hockey. We do want to thank our proud partners that make all of this possible, which includes Integrative Health Solutions, Hometown Floorings, Kimbrels, Hertz, Evening Shade, Pepsi, Stanley Steamer, McLeod Health and Fitness, Sports Clips, M&M Printing, Tomlinson, James Hoffmeyer, proud partner of the penalty kill, X-Gen Spa, Remax, who is a proud partner of the home penalty box, which is vacated. Palmetto Smiles, Chick-fil-A, who has the power play, and Power Properties and Gorget Distilling. So the IceCats on the power play, presented by Chick-fil-A. Chance Adrian to take the face-off in front of Tyler Roy. Amidst the scrap, Adrian wins one back to Chernak, who holds the zone. Right wing side with Patrick Marcinkiewicz, able to set up Dominic Marcinkiewicz out high. Chernak, right wing circle, centering bid, missed everybody. Here's a chance from Dominic Marcinkiewicz, scaled airborne, where Chance Adrian goes into work. With 20 seconds, it's expended on the power play, presented by Chick-fil-A. Scaled left wing side, held in by Patrick Marcinkiewicz. Adrian. Marcinkiewicz again. Chernak had the puck off his stick. The IceCats look to venture in again. From the left side of Houston, Wilson attempted clear from Columbus, went off the linesman, Chernak. And ahead goes Dominic Marcinkiewicz, gaining a line, a shot off the back of the wall. And Columbus able to clear with a minute to go on the power play with 8 minutes left in period number 1. Still no score between the PD and Columbus. Inaugural game for the PD IceCats as they look to venture ahead. In they come on the rush with Nick McGill-Diaz. From the left circle, looked to telegraph a pass, kept in by Destin Giseau from the right point. Read, however, by Columbus and Brody Thornton and sent on deep. So here's the PD with the puck in their own end. This is Nick McGill-Diaz. The IceCats begin the rush. Here's Trevor Lord, lost it, and PD was offside. 7:31 to go in the opening period, 25 seconds to go on the minor to Cody Wick line.
Yeah, I think they'll take that offside call as it seemed like Columbus had a little bit of a rush going the other way, but maybe a little break of luck there. But look forward to getting this power play moving into the offensive zone.
Face off on the outside of the Columbus zone. Played on for Nick McGill-Diaz. He looks to house the puck amidst pressure from Ryan Galvin. From the right wing side, PD with plenty of time. Here they come with Nick Gullo from the left half wall. Ventured from McGill-Diaz again. Nick McGill-Diaz bangs from the left wall, and the power play comes to an end. Here's a bid that was missed by McGill-Diaz. Giseau from the right wing corner, centering from an acute angle. And a stop made by Roy. And another penalty coming up against Columbus. And the IceCats about to go on the power play again, presented by Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, you can't do that. I'd say when you see the numbers, you got to hold back. You can't throw them into the boards. I think maybe with a little practice round there on the power play, they should be ready to go to get something going here.
And it's a recurring theme. Head coach Gary Graham, when speaking on the coaches show, he said that penalties will likely be happening a lot because teams are adjusting and it's the beginning of the year. So, and that tends to happen in any sport. Chance Adrian to take the face-off with the penalty taken by Matt Stoya. Adrian wins it rather uncleanly, and Columbus is able to escape. In on the rush, Alex Jemayev, a bid that was well wide to the left. Mike Wynn dished it in with the IceCats looking to reset the power play, where Alex Jemayev decided to take the body over the puck, and instead Chance Adrian escapes in the defensive end for the PD. Here's Houston Wilson. He gains the red line on the entry. Houston Wilson fires a shot and a save by Tyler Roy. Wilson from behind the net. Got an awakening Patrick Marcinkiewicz. Out high, Wilson. Marcinkiewicz. Dominic Marcinkiewicz to Chernak. Fires looking for a tip. He couldn't find Houston Wilson. Patrick Marcinkiewicz from the right wing side. Here's a Wilson centering feet on goal. Roy covers for the stop with a minute 9 to go on the minor to Matt Stoya with 5:58 to go in the opening period.
A couple good passes there, a couple good opportunities, and it's all about crashing the net. Rebounds are going to come. You got to go get them.
Go get him. That's the mantra. All this early stages of PD hockey. Long bid, Trevor Lord able to make have his shot blocked. McGill-Diaz. Here's Lord again. Stopped by Roy. So multiple chances and 2 saves already made.
Yeah, he's a shooter, Lord. He loves to shoot, and boy can he. He one of the top goal scorers last year in the league, and I expect a lot from him this year. He's got a heck of a shot.
IceCats to take the draw. Won cleanly by Gullo. Back to Nick McGill-Diaz. Out for Trevor Lord. Lord holding high with the line. Lord back out to Dustin Giseau. from the right half wall. McGill Diaz out high. One-timer from Lord, missed the net. Here's Gisso, who has it again. 38 seconds to go on the power play. Gisso from behind that. In front, Roy able to hold the fort. Kept in play by McGill Diaz from the right side. On the right circle. Gisso on goal! Laying in the crease. What a save on the effort that came from Nathan Bockwell. Out high, McGill Diaz from the left point. One-timers. Stopped by Roy again. IceCats have it again. Another bid from McGill Diaz. Roy looking to cover, and play is stopped with 7 seconds to go on the power play. And the IceCats finding momentum on the man advantage with 4:56 to go in the opening period with still no score. And Dustin Gisso exchanging words along the left wing side with Alexandre Jonet.
Yeah, no, a couple of really good chances there. That puck just crawled along the goal line. Can't believe that one didn't go in, and that puck was not covered, but it's hard to see as the ref on the other side. So blows the whistle, blows it dead, but I think you keep looking to get those rebounds if you're the IceCats.
Better to be safe than sorry at times if you're the official.
Indeed.
And they have to do, they are at a point where you got to make sure you got the right call, and if you don't know, then you got to make a decision on that. So, good on the officials in that regard. With 4:56 to go in the opening period, with Columbus still on the man advantage, or rather the penalty kill with 7 seconds left in it. But in a break in the action, I do want to thank our proud partners Stanley Steamer, Pepsi, Evening Shade, Hertz, and Kimbrels for supporting the PD IceCats. But both teams in their conference. A look at both coaches. First for Jerome Bichard. And you talk about spending plenty of time in one location. Bichard sure has amassed 7 seasons coaching Columbus River, including leading them to a championship in 2021. But also, he was a head coach for Columbus in the SPHL, where he won 2 championships. So well experienced. Speaking of SPHL winning head coaches, Gary Graham also winning an SPHL championship during his own time. 4:56 to go, 7 seconds left on the power play for the PD. Face off in front of Tyler Roy as Columbus looks to break out. Closing seconds of the man advantage. One-timer bid stopped by Roy from Garrett Johnson. From the left circle, a bid stopped by Roy. Wilson goes into work from the left half wall. He is dunked out of the play thanks to Max Storjahan. LeGros with the PD on the move. Dished in by Alex Ray with Roy behind the net. Here's Tyler Barrow. Able to set up Kyle Moore. Back in deep where the PD look to head on the rush. And they bring the puck in offside, or rather not. Hard to see from the view that we have, but away we go with Columbus with the puck behind their own cage. With still no score in a league that tends to have rather high scoring. Is it a case of jitters in the early stages here as Columbus ices the puck? Face off in front of the Columbus goal, 3:55 to go in the opening period.
Yeah, I think it's kind of similar, kind of opposite though, in the same way to a playoff game where you're trying to not to make mistakes. You're trying to make the simple play. You're putting pucks on net. You're not doing the fancy things. And so I think it's just kind of playing safe to begin the season, but things will open up here, I'm sure.
So here's Mike Wynn, chipped in the PD defensive zone. Tamir Razulov banked for Storjahan towards the end, and a save by Gonzalez, loose on the deck before it's settled in the end by Eli Rivers for the PD. He breaks ahead for the IceCats. Left it where Dominic Marcinkiewicz got in the nick of time. Here he is again, left side on the deck. Roy is down, puck is behind the goal. Patrick Marcinkiewicz turns, hoping to turn the puck on a swivel. Out high, McGill Diaz. One-timer. Roy is able to make the save yet again. 3:10 to go in the opening period. Columbus with Cody Wickline. venture ahead from the right side, and a heavy hit that came from Nick McGill-Diaz. He houses the puck and leads on ahead for Trevor Lord, who gains the line for the PD. Here's Patrick Marcinkiewicz loose on the deck, and Roy covers for the stop. 2:46 to go in the opening period.
Yeah, I think it was Razilov who had that defensive play in the D zone for Petey, and that was a heck of a play. He may have just saved a goal there, but getting shots on the Columbus goalie here, lots of rebounds coming out. That's something that they're going to be focused on here. Getting shots, getting to the rebounds. It's not clean around that crease. You got to stay at it.
2:46 to go in the opening period. Draw one cleanly by Alex Jemayev for Columbus. Petey looks to keep it in through the center zone. Chipped in on the attack from Dustin Giseau. Kept in play. LeGros gave it away though. Samaro sent it in. Gonzalez from behind his net. Garrett Johnson couldn't clear it in time. Puck missed the net on the chance that missed for Columbus from Nathan Bockwell. Fed towards the goal. Dustin Giseau is able to claim the loose puck and hold in his own end. Against the grain from pressure from Kevin Sabat, who dealt Giseau to the ground. We play on with 2:10 to go in a scoreless game. The PD IceCats in their inaugural game of the season. Dustin Giseau, he spilled from the play, and another penalty coming to Columbus with 2:04 to go in period number one. So
good job to draw that Giseau. He can do just about anything with that puck. He got around 4 different Columbus players, and the 5th one wasn't having it.
So 2:04 to go in the opening period. PD venturing their way with another trip to the penalty box. Bluefish IT, another proud partner of us. It's a power play about to ensue for the IceCats. So Justin Samaro in the box for 2 minutes. Here's Chance Adrian on the Chick-fil-A power play. Haltage in play, and they look to do it again. Draw one, back to the point. Shurnuk holds the line for the PD. Here's Shurnuk from the right wing side. Shurnuk has it again. Found Dominic Marcinkiewicz. Roy with a headhunter behind the goal. Chance Adrian claimed by Houston Wilson from the right wing corner. This is Chance Adrian. Dominic Marcinkiewicz looking to center. Long shot that was missed on the chance that came from Patrick Marcinkiewicz. IceCats look to keep the puck in. Houston Wilson closing, left it behind, and Garrett Johnson ventures away for the PD. Left wing side, Dominic Marcinkiewicz, one-timer bid that came from Shurnuk, missed everybody. Here's Patrick Marcinkiewicz out towards the left corner. This is Chance Adrian, a shot that missed the net. Adrian has it again from the left side. Dish out high for Houston Wilson. Closing on in towards the goal, and Tyler Roy able to make another stop with the power play half over with 1:01 to go in period number one.
Yeah, this is a huge way to end the period. If you're able to get one, that's a great start, but big 1 minute left in this period. You want to play good defense and offense and just stay with it. Don't let up anytime soon, because it's a backbreaker when you score with less than a minute left.
A lot can be said about goals late. See if the IceCats can manufacture that. Played out high for Nick McGill-Diaz from the left point. And puck escapes the zone, and the IceCats have to retreat back into their own end. So here is Nick McGill-Diaz. He goes for a spin and finds Trevor Lord as they begin the rush. Here comes the PD, tipped in by Eli Rivers. From the left corner, Nick Gullo goes into work for the IceCats. Across for Giseau, looking to spin from the right corner. And Columbus able to send one well deep. And the PD forced to revamp with 20 seconds to go on the man advantage, with a 3-second disparity between penalty and the period. Here's Nick Gullo. 13 seconds left in the period. He sends one in. Trevor Lord from behind the goal line for Columbus. Out high, and Columbus chased ahead. 3 seconds to go. Left wing side, centering bid. Missed on the chance that came on the right side from Nathan Bockwell.
We're going to have a penalty on Petey here. I think a stick came up high.
In the aftermath, both teams exchanging their pleasantries, and both teams about to head into the dressing room. But both teams still aren't done yet. And it all came with what happened at the end of the period with that last second rush generated by Ryan Galvin. But calmer heads prevail.
Yeah, no, he got that pass across, and I think it was just out of reach for him to be able to get it to the net. Wasn't quite able to get all of it, and we go into the second period at zeros.
Scoreless here in the PD as both teams to head to the dressing room. And we take a look at what we've seen so far between the PD and Columbus. What stands out with the pace of play up to this point?
I think it's really what we talked about, the speed of PD. They're able to get into the zone, set things up. They're really good with the puck. And then the physicality, I noticed with about 5 minutes left after that commercial timeout, I believe the Columbus team talked about maybe get a little more physical. They were making more hits. The shift after that, I believe they had 3 or 4 different hits. But definitely going to be looking to step up that physicality as the IceCats very obviously can handle the puck, can get the puck into the zone, and it's all about finding that first one. And otherwise, the defense looked good. It's just eliminating mistakes, I think. In the D zone, you can't be turning the puck over. But both goalies, I'll tell you what, are looking real solid.
And what stands out about Tyler Roy for Columbus in his first period?
You're staying square. He had lots of traffic in front of him. Maybe a couple of rebounds came out, but he was always there for it. So I think his defense in front of him is doing a pretty good job of clearing those pucks once it does become a rebound. But no, he's been solid. He's seeing those first pucks, and he's keeping it out of the net.
And then the story for Ricardo Gonzalez, didn't see very much traffic in period number 1.
Yeah, it seemed to come at him maybe earlier. But then as the IceCats kind of got their confidence, got moving the puck, they controlled the puck a little bit more, so he didn't see quite as much. But as you saw with about 5 seconds left, you got to stay aware, and you never know when that puck could be coming at you with a 2-on-1 or who knows.
IceCats with 3 power play chances in the opening period, and from that, what positives can you take away even though you didn't score?
Well, in most cases, you get a little bit of motivation just because you want to score on those power plays, and when you don't, it's almost like a missed opportunity. So it's all about taking advantage of opportunities. So they know that they're maybe behind in that aspect, so it's all about if they get another one, they really got to lock it down. I can imagine in the intermission here, they're going to be going over it, reading it through like a book.
Reading it through like a book, as it is time to thank plenty of our partners here in this game. But so far, no score in that battle. Do want to thank Gorget Distilling, Powers Properties, Chick-fil-A with the partnership with the Power Play, Palmetto Smiles, Remax, X-Gen Spa, and Orange Theory, another proud sponsor of us, and James Hoffmeyer does house the penalty kill. And we take a look at M&M Printing, another one of our proud partners, Sports Clips, McLeod Health and Fitness, Stanley Steamer, Pepsi, Evening Shade, Hertz, Kimbrels, Hometown Floor Coverings, and Integrative Health Solutions, and Tomlinson, proud partner of the PD IceCats. But through one period of play, and always is a special time to have hockey back in the PD, and for you, Bryce Derschel, how special is it to have hockey around regions that you're used to?
It's super exciting. It's been in my whole life, or it's been around my whole life. I've always loved hockey, fell in love with it when I was 4 years old. But the town of Petey, you can tell they're excited for it. Talking to people before the season started, everybody mentioned excited that the Pride is coming back. But the new logo, I think, is one of the coolest logos I've seen. This rink that we got here is really unbelievable, and just all the facilities. The town has been more than helpful with just about everything you could ask for. So we're super privileged to be here and excited to be able to call myself an Ice Cat, and excited to see what the season has to offer. Really good showing, I would say, for the first game here tonight.
And when you talk about the IceCats itself, you would be remiss without mentioning the Florence Center. How big has their staff been?
Yeah, no, huge. I mean, they always work in the Florence Center. They were working night and day trying to get this rink up. They got it looking good. We got just about everything set up. It's all about getting everything ready for that first day, just because there's so much that goes into it. You got to get the ice up. You got to get the tickets going. You got to get the rink prepared. You got to get the locker room prepared. Just seems to never end until you got puck drop. And great first period, super excited. The rest of this game should be super good, but great show up, and this crowd's excited. Lots of cheers for the hits, opportunities, crowd's getting loud, so Petey's ready for hockey, that's for sure. I think one interesting thing is those chrome buckets, the chrome helmets that the Petey is wearing. They're bright, they could blind you, but they look good. Great look to the Petey team, the colors, their jerseys, everything they got. So no, this Petey team is a very exciting one to be a part of.
And the fan base, what stands out about the fans?
I'd say the excitement. Getting to meet people, like I said, the 2 weeks before camp really started, talking to them. Everybody you talked to said, we can't wait for hockey to be back. Get the youth programs going, get the kids into it. The kids love it, and the crowd obviously loves it. They all let us know how excited they were, and they're showing it. They're showing it tonight with the filling the seats.
And boy, they are filling the seats and filling them well up to this stage. But as we look at areas of improvement or growth, what do you see from this PD team of what they can do in the second period?
I think maybe in a few cases play a little simpler, get the puck out, even if you need to end up just chipping the puck out of the zone. Remember, it can't go to the very far end of the zone because that is icing, but you got to get the puck out. The offensive chances are coming. I think it's all about crashing that net. You got to be there when the rebounds are coming out. Even if they're not coming out, you got to be there. But the Columbus team looking good. They had a handful of good opportunities too. They're good at hounding you in our defensive zone. They're good at forechecking and getting that puck back, getting opportunities, but their defense as well as look good. But I think for them, it's just kind of maybe setting up a little bit more in the O zone and get a little more O zone time. As I mentioned, the neutral zone is very small in this rink, so that's going to be a key aspect to get in and then through the neutral zone versus getting stuck in there and then all of a sudden you're playing defense again.
You are listening to PD IceCats Hockey on a 100.5 on WWFN FM in Florence. But as we endeavor our way into a haltage of play with what's going on between the PD and Columbus, on the Columbus side, if you're going underneath the microscope and talking to if you are head coach Jerome Bichard, what are you saying to your team?
I think a big part of that conversation in this intermission is going to be discipline. I wouldn't say they were the most egregious penalties that they took, but in the end, they're penalties. can't be taken. I believe they had about 3 or 4 penalties that period. Can't be taking that many in one period. Other team's going to get some momentum. They're going to get one going. So I think he's going to be looking for discipline from his team. But again, that's a interesting question when the big ask is to be physical and really bruise the other team. You got to do it cleanly. Can't be getting penalties, but yeah, I think, like I said, for the PD team in the locker room, they're going to be going over that power play and really dissecting how they can get the puck in the net.
And when you take a look at the PD IceCats and their great medical staff, we do want to thank special folks at MUSC Health for providing expert sports medicine care and athletic training services as the premier healthcare sponsor of the PD IceCats. If you get injured, let the team at MUSC Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine help you get back to your life. To find out more, visit muschealth.org or call 843-413-6835. So as we inch our way towards latter stages here in this first period, do want to thank one of our proud partners in Chick-fil-A, and they are showcased with our ice resurfacer, also called an Olympia. There is another name that we will not name, but even still, Chick-fil-A, one of our proud partners, and we do want to thank them for making all of this possible. And the ice resurfacer adorned with the cow, the Chick-fil-A cow, and a nice looking ice resurfacer.
No, absolutely. Like I said, this rink, it's been a work in progress the last few weeks, but darn does it look good. We got just about everything up. It's looking good. The crowd has filled it up. The ice looks good. It's always tough the first game. The ice is very particular. You got to get many different coats down. It's got to be nearly perfect, but they've done a great job. That logo, I'll say it again, I'll say it many times, it looks very good. And no, this team's very well set up. They make it easy to be a hockey player here.
Make it incredibly easy to be a hockey player, but as we do stay in the stoppage, we do want to thank the folks with the Columbus River Dragons, as there were some technical difficulties in a lot of realms, and we are at a point where we are at the place we're at. So we do want to thank them for their understanding. But all this was 6 minutes before the second period begins, presented by Gorget Distilling. So, Bryce, what is, when you're a hockey player and you go into the dressing room for the opening period, what's going on?
You know, some guys are retaping their sticks. Some guys are just chatting, maybe talking about the game. I think it's all about kind of finding a happy medium between a little bit of relaxation, but also staying focused, because you got, in this case, another 2 periods to go. But you get some water, you get electrolytes in you, and maybe do a little bit of stretching. But it's usually up to the player. You know, some guys like to stay active, maybe be walking around the locker room. Some guys are just sitting still, focusing. So it's all about the preparation. And at this point, a lot of these guys kind of know what they need. So intermission can be a crucial time as a hockey player. Sometimes you need that rest, but sometimes you're watching that clock and just waiting for it to be over and waiting to get back on the ice. But no, as we look forward here, I think this is going to be a huge period for PD. I think the second period is going to kind of dictate the rest of the game, and as it's 0-0, and it's been a pretty even first period. I think this period is going to be huge. I have a feeling one of those pucks is going to go in, and once that happens, it might be the floodgates opening.
We'll see if one goal can lead to multiple goals throughout the course of the evening. But all this with 4:30 before the second period ensues. All this in the stoppage. But a lot going on as far as the scope of the PD, and And the fanfare has been excellent. Latonya Barnes sang the national anthem, and boy, she can sing and sing effortlessly well.
Yeah, no, I got chills on that one. I won't lie, I love our national anthem and gives me chills every time. That was electric, that's for sure.
One that certainly is fitting for bringing hockey to the PD. But all this as we patiently wait. Do want to thank Gorget Stilling for being a proud partner. PD IceCats, they are the partner for the second period. So a lot of anticipation for period number 2 and the middle frame. And for our new fans, teams will go from one direction. PD was going from right to left. They'll go from left to right in period number 2. So a long change affects the teams. And Bryce, what's the impact of a long change as opposed to the first and third periods?
Yeah, so as a defenseman, when it's the first period, you get a change closest to your goalie. But once you're in the second period, the goalie goes to the other side. So you can flip sides on the bench, but you're still going with a long change. You're even going across their bench to get back to your own goal. So that's a huge part of making the changes, and the shift's got to stay between 30 seconds to 45 seconds. So you're always looking to where's the puck at. As a defenseman, you want the puck to be deep into the offensive zone so that you got the time to change, and the guy who's changing for you can have time to come out and play some defense. Because if you don't time it right, you can see a handful of breakaways, and obviously those lead to goals. But yeah, so the long change is interesting. You're always looking to see when you can get off the ice, and sometimes it can keep you hemmed in there longer than you want to be.
As we're moments away from the start of the second period, power play chances for the PD, and we still have yet to have confirmation after the scuffle at the end of the first period, where we may see PD go on the penalty kill, partnered by James Hoffmeyer, as officials make their way onto the ice. And Columbus soon follows. Head coach Jerome Bichard at the bench. And when you have two coaches that have plenty experience, what did that mean for a game like this one where there's two different opposite ends of the equation?
Yeah, no, I think it's a huge part of it. I think that's the reason why this game's going to be so close is a couple of very good coaches who are very experienced, know how to talk to the squad, you know, how to lead the squad in a moment like this where it's the first game. You have a handful of guys playing in their first pro games, and so that can be an extra set of nerves on top of being the first game. But no, I think the coaches have a huge part in this being a close matchup. But yeah, like I said, this second period is going to be huge. So
taking it from the mind of a player, where's your mindset in a game one as compared to later on in the season?
You know, like I mentioned, it's almost kind of similar to playoffs where you're trying not to make mistakes. You know, it's the first time at least this season where you're making plays at full speed. Guys are coming at you quick and they're trying to take your head off. So it's a huge part of the game is just trying to make the right play. But when you get into the middle of the season, I think you get a little more comfortable. You've seen it. You saw it the week before, you know, so you get a little more used to guys coming at you. You can make a quick little play, maybe make a little extra fancy move. But I think these first games, it's about kind of keeping it simple and getting that first goal. That first one's going to be huge.
For those that are watching online, we do apologize with issues with our score bug, and we hope to resolve them as soon as we can. Second period about to begin, where in the penalty box for the PD to begin proceedings after the skirmish at the end is Nick Gullo. So the IceCats shorthanded. Penalty kill partnered by James Hoffmeyer, law attorney. And away we go with Kirk Underwood against TJ Prexler for the IceCats. And Columbus, with their first power play of the game, fed towards goal and covered in the end by the goaltender for the Columbus River Dragons in Tyler Roy.
Yeah, you know, with this being the first game, one thing to look at is the water on the ice. It can get a little bit wet behind the goals, so the puck can stop up out of nowhere. You got to watch out for that.
Storjahan looked to give Columbus some offensive chances on the power play. Instead, they're forced to wait with Josh Colton behind his own net. When the opening seconds of the period number 2, Columbus with the puck through the neutral zone. Pressure that came from Dominic Marcinkiewicz before the IceCats handle and a haltage in play. And with 35 seconds already elapsed and Columbus about to go on a 5-on-3.
Yeah, I think they're getting him for a hold there. Must have been holding it up a little bit too much on that blue line, but huge opportunity here for Columbus. 5-on-3s can be scary.
And with that 5-on-3 advantage for Columbus, what are you saying to your defense if you're at that position?
I think a huge part of it is controlling the puck and really owning that puck, as they only have 3 guys on the ice.
Speaking of owning the puck and owning it well, immediately sent down by the PD thanks to Nick McGill-Diaz. To no surprise, here comes Tyler Burrow with Columbus crossing a line from the right wing side on the 5-on-3. That's nearing halfway done with a minute to go on the first power play. Navigate from out high, a bid that missed from a shot from Tyler Burrow. Arrow out high again. Here, right side, flung to the right circle, where it can be held for Kyle Moore, who shoots one. What a stop by Gonzalez! 1:17 played in the second period, and Ricardo Gonzalez flashes the leather for an incredible stop.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he's always square. He's always in the right position, and that's one heck of a save there. That's huge here on the 5-on-3.
And 44 seconds remain in the first penalty. That to Nick Gullo. Out high, found by Moore towards the net. Another save from Gonzalez, who heads back into his crease. A head-hunting chance that's kept out high on the right wing side. Here's Tyler Barrow again. Barrow chisels a pass that missed on the attempted tip. And Columbus keeps it in. Tyler Barrow, right wing side from the right circle. Got it across for Kyle Moore. Another chance, another save by Gonzalez before it can be controlled by Kyle Underwood. Out high it goes for Tyler Barrow. Walking in. Barrow hangs on right side and a stop off the goalpost. Gonzalez able to make the save with help from the leather. First power play is over, or first penalty has come to an end, and the IceCats are able to clear with 25 seconds remaining on the penalty dish to Dominic Marcinkiewicz. So Gullo out of the box. Behind the net is Gonzalez. He looks to dish, kept in play by Cody Wickline. Before Petey able to clear. Backhanded pitch by TJ Prexler. Houston Wilson slips from pressure from Matt Stoya with the puck stagnant along the left wing wall. And the IceCats finally to full strength, able to survive the 5-on-3 with 17:17 to go in the second period. Columbus ventured ahead, found by Cody Wickline in front of the PD bench. And away goes Matt Stoya. Columbus from the right wing corner. And puck heads towards the left half wall. Kept in play by Jemayev, with PD with engaging pressure. And away goes Dominic Marcinkiewicz. The IceCats gaining the line. Puck still loose for TJ Prexler. Kept in play with Dominic Marcinkiewicz. Across it goes where Ryan Galvin sends it through the neutral zone. Discovered by Kevin Saban. And he sends one in for Columbus, and PD's able to retrieve back in their own end with 16:30 to go in the second period. Left side, puck still loose on the deck for Alex Jemayev from the left wing corner. That missed everybody. Joannette from behind net. Alexandre Joannet for Columbus. Petey on the attack. Left side, Dustin Gisso from the right wing corner. Housed on with pressure from Nathan Bockwell and sent on deep, where the PD can go and ignite their own rush. Dish towards the right wing corner. Trevor Lord goes to work, however, icing is called with 15:58 remaining in the second period. So, the IceCats able to survive a 5-on-3 penalty kill. So they dodged that, and now how does the game change?
You know, that's huge. I think that can give the IceCats some momentum here. The 5-on-3, that's a tough one to kill, especially when you get some huge saves from your goalie, as they did. And so that can give them some momentum here. Look for them to get some speed going.
Underwood wins it cleanly for Columbus. Right side, a shot towards goal. Snatched and covered by Ricardo Gonzalez. And so far, the story of this game, Ricardo Gonzalez is the reason why the IceCats have the scoreline that they do.
No, absolutely. He's been good. He's staying solid and always staying square. He's looking through the screens. That's been a big part of those power plays. They're trying to get somebody in front of his eyes, take away his vision, but he did a great job of keeping an eye on the puck and getting around those screens.
Tyler Barrow to take the face-off. Pose against Chance Adrian. Played in the Western Hockey League with Prince George for a stint. Here comes the PD. Entering in right side, Chance Adrian. Backhander bid towards the goal, and Roy able to cover with pressure on the way from Eli Rivers. 15:39 to go in the second. Still no score between Columbus and the PD.
Yeah, I like that. Put it on net, get somebody driving the net hard. Not all of them are going to be covered quick like that, so get somebody in on the net, and it's going to come.
So Tyler Roy, and if you are a goaltender, sometimes you see chances on the other end, and sometimes you get lonely out there. From the right wing side, Jordan Popoff sends one off the body of Alex Storjahan and out of play with 15:34 to go in period number 2. And second period presented by Gorget Distilling. So here is Ryan Galvin against Chance Adrian. One straight back to Eli Rivers. With hopes to hold the zone out high towards the left wing corner. Rivers peels against the pressure from Ryan Galvin, who comes away with the puck for Columbus. Out for Chance Adrian, and a launch pass from Mike Wynn that springs towards Ricardo Gonzalez in the PD net with 5 minutes played in period number 2. Held up high, a shot and a save on Josh Colton by Gonzalez. From the right wing corner again, Columbus on the rush. Starjahan with Adrian able to send the puck into the protection of the IceCats and send one on down. Play is halted with an injured IceCat with 14:54 to go. And slow to get up is Jordan Popoff. So, see what happens with the stoppage.
Yeah, I think he
15:44 to go.
I think he took something up high, either a stick or something, but I think something got him in the face. It looks pretty painful.
So Jordan Popoff heads to the bench. And head coach Gary Graham, well-traveled as a coach. He's had stops at Pensacola primarily and Fort Wayne in the East Coast Hockey League. And how big is that to have experience in different levels of hockey to help the PD?
No, I think it's huge. He's got tons of experience. He knows how to handle situations. He knows how to lead a team, and it's easy to follow a coach like that when he, is done so well, and he knows what he's doing, and very trustworthy.
What is the personality of head coach Gary Graham? What's he like?
I'd say very straightforward. When you're having a meeting with him, it's very straightforward and very serious demeanor, but just a great guy. But I would definitely say on the serious side, he's here to win. I'm sure he's here to win a championship, and there's nothing else that'll be accepted.
And that's the mindset for head coach Gary Graham. Mentioned his stop in Pensacola, his first year as a head coach. he won a championship there. He hopes to replicate the same for the PD. With 14:54 to go, second period. Danny Bach alongside Bryce Derschel. Pleasure to be with you this evening. The first game in PD IceCats history on a brilliant crowd at the Florence Center as they have shown up in driving numbers, and that's a sign of the strength of the PD community, how much they support hockey. And to an outsider, it may seem strange at times, hockey in the South, and the fans have made it apparent that hockey is here to stay.
No, absolutely. It's hockey's becoming very popular in the South. I mean, you got Tampa Bay winning the Cups a handful of years ago. You got Florida winning it back to back. I mean, it's incredible how much it's exploding in the South, and you got teams popping up all over the place in this league, and super exciting to be a part of it.
Alex Jemayev in on the draw for Columbus. One straight back for Thornton. Brody Thornton sent one straight towards Sabad, who had a shot, and Gonzalez is able to make the save. From the half wall, puck springs loose for Trevor Lord. 4-on-2 for the IceCats. Centering bid, left side, Shootout shooting, missed down to the tip from Lord. And Columbus looks to break out, and in they go. 14:30 to go in the second period. Still no score between Columbus and the PD. Sabad plays one back out towards Brody Thornton. Cross seam pass and well deep from Justin Samaro and straight towards goal. And Ricardo Gonzalez is able to cover for the PD.
Yeah, super good chance there. 4-on-2. A couple of really good passes. The last one just slipped by, just missed it. But those are the chances that you keep looking forward to if you're the IceCats. They're gonna keep coming, and we're gonna capitalize. I can see it.
Kirk Underwood takes the face-off. Opposed against Eli Rivers to the left of Ricardo Gonzalez. Rivers wins it. The IceCats look to break ahead. Here's Nathan Bockwell. Banked one where it can be handled by Patrick Marcinkiewicz. And the IceCats break out across the red line. In they go. Houston Wilson trailed a pass. A shot that came from Timur Razulov. And Columbus looks to respond with a rush of their own. Still no score on goal, and Gonzalez sends one into the corner. Here's the PD from behind the net. Jackson Legros looks to fish the loose disc, and Columbus able to spring the puck loose, but the PD send one down. In they come on the forecheck. Patrick Marcinkiewicz with a chance to the front. Houston Wilson, what a stop made by Roy! A calamity of humanity in front of the goal, and play is halted with 13:21 to go in the second period. Patrick Marcinkiewicz came in on the rush. Tyler Roy, all he could do was stretch the right pad to keep the puck out of harm's way.
Yeah, those Marcinkiewicz twins are unbelievable. It was a great pass out of the zone. And then coming in, I mean, it's the vision, the shot, everything. They've got it. The shiftiness, it's impressive. They're gonna be a handful for the teams that the IceCats are playing.
So here is Ryan Galvin. Take the face-off opposed against Chance Adrian. Face-off to the right of Tyler Roy, Columbus goaltender. Adrian watches the puck head into the left wing corner, and out of the zone it goes for the PD as they look to enter straight back in on the attack. TJ Prexler checked by Nathan Bockwell. Prexler has it out high, held in by Chernak. Timur Razulov, tough one for Roy to handle as he ducked for cover. IceCats look to fish the puck from behind the goal line. Chance Adrian with Columbus able to send the puck out to center. Here's Tyler Barrow. Puck missed him. And the PD with Timur Razulov with a trademark pass that leads TJ Prexler to miss the play. Prexler has it plopped out as far as Nick McGill-Diaz. Adrian missed the puck. And Columbus looks to clear from their own defensive end with 12:28 to go in the second period. Still no score. Centering pass from the right side for Columbus. From the left wing corner they go. sent in for Samaro behind the net towards the goal, and Alex Torjahan was not ready for the pass. Josh Colton a bid that went off the back wall, and away goes the PD. In on the rush, here's Dustin Gisso towards the corner. Gisso from the right wing corner, held up high, pop off a shot on goal, Gisso on the side of the net. Roy looking to cover, and he finally does with 11:53 to go in the second. And the IceCats continue to bring pressure on goal.
Yeah, good chances there. Roy staying solid. Rebounds are coming out, but the D's doing a good job of sticking with the IceCats players, and lots of chances, lots of good saves by Roy, and it's getting good here.
IceCats with continued pressure. Face off to the left of Tyler Roy. 11:53 to go, the second period. Puck one straight back for Dominic Marcinkiewicz, but Columbus is able to break out with Josh Colton. And Columbus sends one on down, and that leads us to a stoppage play of 11:45 to go in the second period. Face-off take place to the left of the goaltender for PD in Ricardo Gonzalez. Alex Jemayev take the face-off against Patrick Marcinkiewicz. Into the corner it goes, with PD looking to clear with Garrett Johnson, and away they go, 3-on-2. Here's Patrick Marcinkiewicz, Houston Wilson dancing, driving on his knees towards the goal, and Roy able to stand tall. Wilson has it again. Marcinkiewicz couldn't find the loose disc after Patrick's, that is, didn't have much of a chance to escort a shot. Puck sent well deep. That goes for icing with 11:25 to go in the second.
Yeah, that was an incredible play by Houston Wilson. I mean, coming across the front of the net to keep the puck in front of him and then lose your balance and still get a shot while he's on his knees. And that was a heck of a shot, too. It wasn't just a flub. He got that one high, so good save by Roy. And good chances here again by the IceCats.
Alex Jemayev against Chance Adrian from the left wing corner. Going to work for the PD. Here's Gisso out high for McGill Diaz. Pressed was Prexler, and Columbus looks to break out. Here's Sabad centering pass, just missed Jemayev. And the PD discover the puck within their own end, and they look to head on a rush of their own. They tend to have plenty of speed as they look to showcase it here. Nick McGill Diaz couldn't claim the loose disc. So here's Columbus with Matt Stoya. Dished across, and the PD able to hold it within their own end with 10:45 to go in the second period, and we have yet to have a goal either side. That only continues. Puck dish towards the right corner. Trevor Lord discovers behind the goal line rather, out for Gullo, and instead Columbus with Tyler Barrow venture ahead. Here's Dustin Gisso pursuing the loose puck. And Kirk Underwood left it for Lord, a shot and a save made by Roy. 10:17 to go in the second, and yet again, still no score. And does this come as much of a surprise that neither team has broken the ice?
You know, I think there is a little bit of a surprise. Both teams playing pretty good defense. Goalies are playing great. The IceCats forecheck really seems to be working. It was a great play there by Gisso to get straight onto the puck. Comes over to Lord, but no, I think it is a bit of a surprise, but it'll come. I can assure you of that.
What strengths have you seen from the PD as face off to the left of Tyler Roy into the corner? Houston Wilson got it out high where it could be played by Marcinkiewicz. He pursues the loose disc. Backhander feed to the front and soared up over the goal from Patrick Marcinkiewicz. Here is Dominic Marcinkiewicz, left wing side for Jackson LeGros, who sent it in. Wilson with the puck out of his range, and Columbus with their captain Kirk Underwood from behind the net. With Dominic Marcinkiewicz banked off the wall, and Columbus able to clear. 9:40 to go in the second period. Still no score between the PD and Columbus. First game in PD IceCats history. We play on from behind goal line. Patrick Marcinkiewicz looks to break out for the PD. He gains the line. Marcinkiewicz got it to Razulov, looking for a tip. Cleared gingerly. Here's Timur Razulov towards the corner, behind the goal line, and Tyler Roy looked to settle play. He didn't find the puck. He lost his stick. And Columbus able to clear in the person of Tyler Barrow. From behind the net, dumped on Razulov into the corner, and we play on with the IceCats on the rush with Chance Adrian. Banked off the back of Storjahan. Here's Eli Rivers driving right side dish towards Roy. Kept in play momentarily by Eli Rivers for the IceCats. Here comes Josh Colton with Columbus on the attack. 8:44 to go in the second. Still no score. Left wing side. Here's a shot. What a block on the shot from Gullo. Banked off the goaltender Tyler Roy for Columbus, where behind the net, Petey lose the puck. And escaping for Columbus River on the rush is Joel Texmo. Columbus dish it in. Here's Jackson LeGros from behind the net with 8:15 to go. Banked with hopes of Dustin Giseau, and play is halted on an icing with 8:11 remaining in the second. And teams with media timeout brings us a chance to thank our proud partners of the PD IceCats, including Kimbrell's, Hometown Floor Coverings, Integrative Health Solutions, Hertz, Evening Shade, Pepsi, Stanley Steamer, McLeod Health and Fitness, Sports Clips, M&M Printing and Tomlinson, and James Hoffmeyer, and X-Gen Cryotherapy. So 8:11 remains in the second period. Danny Bach alongside Bryce Derschel. And so far, neither team has broken the ice. What have you seen from the PD in this second period as opposed to the contrast of the first?
You know, I think it's just in general, both teams kind of have it a little bit more figured out. The play seems to be almost a little bit more stagnant. The IceCats getting the better of the chances, but no, I think they're doing a good job of the forecheck. They're staying on guys. They're getting to loose pucks, and I think at this point it starts to become a bit of a priority to get to that first one instead of playing just sitting back. I think at this point you want to start taking it to them and really start forcing the issue and get them back on their heels.
And that's what's predicated when you have a team in the PD that utilizes that speed factor. Face off to take place to the right of IceCats goaltender Ricardo Gonzalez. Set to take the draw for Columbus, Alex Jemaeth. Opposed against Dustin Giseau. Left dot, Jemaeth looked to win the battle himself in behind the net. Instead, hard check to the wall kept in play by Matt Stoya, who holds the line. Ventured in towards the left wing corner. The IceCats look to clear, and they do. Now towards center. Columbus looks to reset. Matt Stoya look to telegraph a pass, hoping to find Brody Thornton. Instead, the PD send it ahead. Here's a break, a shot, and Tyler Roy with the save on Nick Gullo.
It was a great pass by Giseau to get it into some open space and let Gullo try to skate for it. He gets to it, and again, good defense. They're not letting easy shots get through, so Roy is able to get that one, but you got to keep pushing, and these opportunities are coming. It's all about getting that first one now.
And it's apparent from what you see on that play is the speed of Dustin Giseau. That set it all up.
No, absolutely. I think speed's definitely going to be something that these other teams in the league are going to start scouting out.
From the right half wall, Dominic Marcinkiewicz looks to keep the puck in play. Underwood, the home run pass, hoping to find Tyler Barrow. Gonzalez gave the puck away, and however, he was in no man's land. No one to dish the puck to. Ryan Galvin, and the puck sent into the protective netting. All this with 7:28 to go. So when you take a look at playing in a new arena, new franchise, and still nothing as far as scoring is concerned, how do you sense the play is as far as the speed factor is, considering this is a new rink?
No, I think it's good. The ice is looking good. The speed's there, And no, I think it's just about keep moving the puck. As the puck moves, the feet got to move as well.
7:18 to go in the second, still no score. IceCats have the puck before promptly giving it away, and a penalty coming up against Columbus. And that sends the IceCats on another Chick-fil-A power play. See who heads into the box for Columbus. And looks as if it's cross-check.
I believe that's going to be a hook.
Hooking call.
Looks like a hooking call. I didn't see it, but this is going to be huge. I mean, with all those opportunities in the first, I think here you're going to want to really focus on having a really good power play, really good showing here.
So the power play, because of Nathan Bockwell, 2 minutes for hooking. 7:10 to go in the second. Dominic Marcinkiewicz. Here's Patrick Marcinkiewicz to the net, with Columbus looking to clear from behind the goal line. Here comes Dominic Marcinkiewicz for the PD. Out high for Eli Rivers. Dominic Marcinkiewicz had his shot blocked, and away goes Alex Storjahan for Columbus. Cody Wickline sent it in. Behind the net with PD short-handed, look out, and what a stop by Gonzalez. Puck still loose on the deck before Dominic Marcinkiewicz able to settle after Columbus nearly came up with a gift. Left wing side, Dominic Marcinkiewicz down low. What a stop by Roy. Held up high though. Here again is Patrick Marcinkiewicz. Konstantin Sherna closing. What a save. Rebound, score! Chance Adrian, the first goal in IceCats history. A power play tally for Chance Adrian. And the IceCats have their first goal in team history. A touted acquisition, Chance Adrian with the icebreaker. With the goal coming at 13:45 of the second period. So it's Adrian with the first goal. The IceCats with a 1-0 lead over Columbus. They're looking for more. Here's Alex Ray. He garners the line. So the power play goal for the PD. After plenty of chances, it pays off with a goal.
Absolutely, that was huge. A crazy sequence in the D zone right before that. Just a miscommunication leads to a chance, and Gonzalez, about as spread out as you could be, keeps it out. They get to the other end, and it's a bit of a dirty play, gets across. It's a very tight angle, and it's an incredible finish. It's huge, and the crowd loved it. That was a crazy sequence from the defense to the offense. That's why we love hockey.
That's why we love hockey, and this, the welcome back to hockey to the PD. Chance Adrian welcomes the sport back after 18 years. Here comes Tyler Barrow with Columbus looking to respond. From the left wing corner, spilled with Stoya taking a tumble, and away goes the PD on the move. Prexler looked to center a pass from behind the net. Here's Columbus working uphill. Brody Thornton got it across. 5:30 to go in the second period. Chance Adrian. Goal at 13:45 of the second. First goal in PD IceCats history. Has the home side up 1-0. Plenty of pressure led to that goal. But Adrian with the first tally. Puck battle along the left half wall. Underwood got it out high. Here's Bockwell. He had it blocked thanks to Jordan Popoff. And Columbus with Cody Wickline in with a battle on the boards, and we have a scrap about to ensue. Jordan Popoff was having an exchange of words with Nathan Bockwell. And heading to the box for Columbus is Hugh Anderson.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they stepped in there. It seemed like the players were going at it. At least Popov was ready, but quick step in there. The crowd, I'll tell you what, the crowd was waiting for it as well.
And certainly for some, the fight's certainly worth the box office. 4:51 remaining in the second. We do want to thank our proud partners, Gorget Distilling, Power Properties, Chick-fil-A, the partner with the Power Play, Palmetto Smiles, and Remax, thanks to Sean Austin, and X-Gen Spa, and Orange Theory, James Hoffmeyer, partnership with the penalty kill. So the Chick-fil-A Power Play goal from Chance Adrian has the IceCats up 1-0. How does the game change?
I think it opens up. Columbus is going to be looking to get that one back, and Petey's going to be looking to keep the pressure on. So I think it changes the game. I think it's going to open up. I think we're going to get some more chances, more opportunities, and maybe some more speed as guys are trying to make things happen.
With how much of a battle it's been so far, 4:51 to go in the second, and the indication appears to be matching penalties. And in the box, Jordan Popov, who was a part of the mix-up.
Yeah,
with
he was
Hugh Anderson.
He was ready to go, that's for sure.
So 4:51 remains, with both teams skating for a side. And we always talk about how big it is when a team's on the power play. How is the game different when it's 4-on-4?
It definitely opens up. I mean, you get one less guy for each team, so the space is going to open up. You can kind of play pucks into areas a little bit more and let your guys skate into it. You're going to want to get speed going, especially the type of team that the IceCats have. Use your speed here. You can get around guys a little bit easier with two less skaters on the ice.
Certainly more speed, and you talk about physicality with Columbus, their strength, and speed for the PD. It seems as if a 4-on-4 advantage to the IceCats. Winning it clean, Patrick Marcinkiewicz for the IceCats as they look to head on the rush. Chernak, left wing side, out for Tyler Barrow, and Columbus looks to break ahead. Kirk Underwood out high. The trademark pass that Tyler Barrow hopes to redeem for Columbus. 4:27 to go in the second period. IceCats lead 1-0 off a goal from Chance Adrian. Tipped pass, hoping to find Dominic Marcinkiewicz. From behind the net they go. Right wing corner for Nicholas McGill-Diaz, who's spilled by Josh Colton. And waiting on the other end, Ricardo Gonzalez. He houses the puck with 1:15 to go in the matching minors. Konstantin Chernak dishes across for Garrett Johnson for the IceCats with 3:53 to go in period number 2. IceCats lead 1-0 off a goal from Chance Adrian. Launch pass ahead of Sabad, but tipped before the red line, and thus an icing with 3:42 left in the second period with 52 seconds on the matching minors.
Yeah, I think one aspect that can start coming into play here is going to be the lungs. It's the first game, and it's a new rink, so the ice might be just a little bit softer, kind of drags your legs a little bit, especially with 4-on-4. You're going to want to watch for a little bit of fatigue here maybe.
As IceCats tried to claim the loose puck off the faceoff, sent ahead on a chance that missed from Brody Thornton for Columbus. 3:30 to go in the second. IceCats breaking out. Dustin Gisso banked one off the back wall. And here comes Columbus looking to reset. Kevin Sabat surveys his options before Columbus able to gain the line. Ryan Galvin on a self-pass. Couldn't complete the play. Sabat from the corner lost the puck. And away goes Dustin Gisso with the angle closed out from Ryan Galvin, who certainly has a 200-foot game. You could see that for Columbus. That's a sign of a talented player, Ryan Galvin. active not only defensively but on the offensive end too. Here's Eli Rivers from the left half wall. Left circle. Here's Houston Wilson, a shot and a save by Roy with 2:43 to go in the second period. And the IceCats leading off the goal from Chance Adrian, that coming at 13:45 of period number 2.
Yeah, you know, I'm starting to see the IceCats getting real comfortable controlling the puck, getting control of the offensive zone and really hemming the Columbus team in there. They're doing a good job of creating chances, holding on to the puck, and making good passes.
Chance Adrian, a name that IceCat fans certainly can etch into their memory banks. A centering pass, Gonzalez able to hold the puck within, out of harm's way, that is. From behind net, Alex Jemayev banks one in towards the left corner. With the River Dragons giving the puck away, here comes Alexander Ray for the IceCats. Heavy hit from Jackson Legros. 2:14 to go in the second. IceCats with a 1-0 lead. Puck battle along the right wing corner behind the IceCats net before the PD comes up with the loose disc and chips one out towards the neutral zone where Columbus looks to revamp and head on a rush on their own. And they cross over the line. Hoping to find Alex Jemayev, while dunked on the play was him by Garrett Johnson. And with 1:48 to go, this looks to be a cross-checking penalty.
Yeah, lots of penalties here. I think that's expected in the first game. Guys kind of getting back into it, maybe a little frustration with a penalty like this. But I think the first game of the season, you can expect it to be a little bit chippy in this way.
Plenty of chippiness, you could imagine. All that when it's a close contested game, something that you might expect. But a defensive game so far.
Absolutely. No, it seems like the IceCats are in the position they were at the end of the first period with just about 2 minutes left. Power play starting. This is a huge way to end the period if they can get a kill.
So Garrett Johnson, cross-checking penalty with 1:48 to go. Columbus trailing 1-0. Go to work on the man advantage. Here's Tyler Barrow, who finds the puck from the right wing corner. Venturing deep, Alex Storjahan couldn't find the loose disc. And away goes Houston Wilson for the PD IceCats across the blue line. Houston Wilson drives to the net and a save made by Tyler Roy. Here's Barrow. Gives towards Josh Colton for Columbus. Alex Storjahan crosses the line, hoping to find Barrow with 1:22 to go on the power play. If Columbus doesn't score, 12 seconds of carryover power play time would instigate the third period. Here's a chance, missed, and Gonzalez able to hang on. 55 seconds to go in the second. Josh Colton now high, one-timer feed and a save by Gonzalez. Sprawling to clear the loose disc was Nick McGill-Diaz. So no surprise, the captain going hands and knees to make the play. Here come the IceCats. Patrick Marcinkiewicz dished it across, blocked. The stick shattered on the part of Josh Colton. Back into feed, Patrick Marcinkiewicz sticked aside by Tyler Roy alertly. IceCats still shorthanded. Here's a shot that missed the net that came from Dominic Marcinkiewicz. Here's Tyler Barrow. Pressure on the way. And the IceCats continue the forecheck. Dominic Marcinkiewicz out to his brother. Patrick Marcinkiewicz drives, dangles, left side. Patrick Marcinkiewicz has it again. He was playing catch with his brother Dominic. Here's a shot towards the goal. And that's the way the second period comes to an end. IceCats plenty of chances, short-handed, but that concludes 40 minutes of play in the inaugural game for the PD IceCats. Chance Adrian with the opening goal at 13:45 of the second period. That's the lone tally, and that's where we stand. Bryce Derschel, what stands out from period number 2?
Well, I'll tell you what, that was an incredible sequence from the Marcinkiewicz twins, Patrick and Dominic. I mean, the effort, the stick skills, it seems like they're out of the play, and all of a sudden, The Columbus team loses the puck. A couple of really good opportunities. The way that they can steal the puck, get their head up, find the open guy, it's incredible. But I think that's there's going to be a lot of that to come this year. Those two guys, those twins, are unbelievable, very good and shifty with the puck. But along with the rest of the team, as we can see, I think it's really good effort. I really like the way they're playing. Their D zone's good. Gonzalez on the back end as the goalie, he's incredible. He's looking through screens. He's seeing pucks that I can't even see, and he's making some incredible saves. So definitely enjoying watching him.
And with you, Bryce Dershel, being a defenseman, what stood out to you from the blue liners for the IceCats through 2 periods?
Yeah, I think it's the net front play. Not very many rebounds coming back to Gonzalez. They're clearing pucks, they're clearing bodies. I would say the Columbus team doing a good job as well. It took a power play having an extra guy out there. Puck comes over and it's a great finish, but no, I think the defense has been good. They're clearing pucks out of the front of the net. The Columbus team definitely seems to be trying to get pucks through screens, trying to get pucks through to the net, but Gonzalez is seeing just about everything, and he's making some incredible saves.
So through 40 minutes, 1-0 the scoreline. Chance Adrian with the first goal in PD IceCats history, and that came on the power play because of plenty of pressure. IceCats with plenty of chances on the man advantage, but that's the story so far. What stood out to you through these first 40 minutes as far as the attacking end for the IceCats?
Yeah, I think those power plays were huge. I don't think I don't think it is going to be easy for Columbus if they keep taking these types of penalties. I think a huge part of it's going to be the IceCats just keeping it simple and staying disciplined. You can't let Columbus get back into this with a power play goal. You've got yours, so I think it's huge to play some good defense and like I said, stay disciplined. And the Columbus team, they're going to be coming out, they're going to be attacking, they're going to be putting everything they got. This first game is huge for every team, so they're going to be coming out like it's playoffs and really driving the net. But Gonzalez has been so solid. I think he's been a rock, and he's been the difference maker so far. These power plays, like I said, are going to be huge. I think if both teams can stay out of the box, it's going to make for a very interesting third period. But if we get a bunch of penalties, that might mix things up. The IceCats, like I said, they're able to finally capitalize after a handful of good chances. They're able to finally get one in, but I think if they get a couple more chances, I think they're kind of where they need to be. They got good control on the puck, good control in the offensive zone, and just doing a great job overall. Turnovers, I think, have definitely decreased since the first period. Kind of got a bit of those jitters out, and team's doing a good job of holding on to pucks. A couple of these guys, really a handful of them, have just unbelievable hands. So as we got Chuck-a-Puck started here at the rink, the fans getting into it. I think they're loving it. We got them a goal, nearly got them a fight, but no, I think they're enjoying it. Going to get some food and drinks at the moment, throwing some pucks. Looks like we got one that's just about a foot away, but really good job by the rink here and the IceCats staff to get all these programs going, get so many sponsors, get so many people interested, going through the town. Just been unbelievable the way that we've been able to get this kind of figured out. Absolute ton of fun here this first day. This is about all you could ask for. Just got one more period left. Like in hockey, we like to say 20 miles, 20 smiles, and it's all about that first win. We got game again tomorrow, though, so not like anything's over. But the game tomorrow is going to be huge as well, just as these two teams have finally been able to kind of get a feel for themselves and get a feel for their team, but also the other team. So along with that, I think as these two teams start to play each other a lot this year, they're gonna definitely develop some animosity, and you could tell that that's kind of a part of the Columbus game. It seems like they want to bring a bit of the attack, bring a bit of the physical presence. Even after the play, they're it seems they're the first to shove, so they definitely seem to like that to be a part of their game. But IceCats know that that's hockey, and you got to be careful. There's times where if you poke the bear, you might wake up that bear. So in this case, the lion might wake up. But super excited for this third period. Been some good hockey, good passes. I would definitely say those power plays are going to be huge. They've been huge. The kills have been good, but really interesting play kind of at the end of the period there. The sequence where the Marcinkovic twins really just out battling it. The Columbus team had 5-on-4, so they got 5 players, and one of them lost their stick, and it basically creates nearly a 4-on-4 because without a stick in hockey, you're just about equivalent to a cone on the ice. So great job by them to know that was the time to put in some effort while the Columbus team was down a stick, and got a couple of really good chances to end the period. And that can do a lot to really boost up some momentum for the team. Going into the locker room, I'm sure they're all giving them a bunch of head taps and letting them know that the entire team is going to appreciate that effort, and I'm sure they can bring that into the third period here. But I definitely think a key is going to be maybe the IceCats bringing some physicality back to the Columbus team here. It's a good way to really promote the defenses, to let the other team know that they're not going to handle the puck without a body coming at them fast. So looking forward to this third period, but I definitely think there's going to be a little bit more discipline here for the last 20 minutes.
And the winner of the orange 30-gift package, number 293.
Currently announcing winners of packages. Lots of great sponsors here with the PD IceCats. Orange Theory has been a gym that we've been able to go and work out at. I'd definitely definitely recommend checking it out, as they will kick your butt, but it's a great time. It's a fun time. It gets you to enjoy the workout, as well as X-Gen Cryo is right next to them. Always nice to get the body feeling good after a tough workout. But as we've mentioned, a really good setup here for PD IceCats, as the town has been nothing but supportive. We got about 10 minutes left in this intermission as they're cleaning up those chuck of pucks, but I think teams are definitely going to be looking to rest up. As I mentioned in this first game, the legs can get a bit tired pretty quickly. It's all about kind of maintaining that, keeping the legs loose, and that way you can stay flying, because you need the legs for the type of speed that the IceCats have.
A lot of speed for the PD IceCats that generates the lone and goal. And that's the story so far, as we are in a break in the midst of the action. IceCats Hockey, you're listening to IceCats Hockey on 100.5 The Game, WWFN FM Florence. But Bryce, key observations through 2 periods.
Yeah, no, I think the IceCats are going to come out with all the speed they got. Like I said, I think they're going to really push the physicality. I'd look forward to a lot of hits this period, a lot of bumping them off the puck. Got to take the body, can't be watching the puck. That's a huge part of it. So it's definitely going to be, I could imagine the top lines are going to be getting some good play time here in the third period, as it's all about, for the Columbus team, getting that first goal, and for the IceCats, it's not about going to 100% defense. I think it's about having a good little split where you got to focus on defense, but you can't expect to win all your games only scoring 1 goal. And I can assure you that the IceCats have the offensive firepower to score more than 1 goal. So they'll be looking to get that going in this third period, maybe get a little more offense. Seems like some of their chances were coming kind of from the outside, so I think a huge part of this period is going to be getting into the middle of the ice, getting those dirty goals and getting those rebounds, creating rebounds. As the Columbus team has done a good job of getting in front of Gonzalez, although he has done an even better job of seeing those pucks. But IceCats, it's about getting in front of the net, really making the goalies feel uncomfortable. When they can't see those pucks, they start to feel uncomfortable. They might start to kind of second guess themselves. So that's going to be a huge part of it. But no, just an incredible atmosphere here in Florence. Fans seem to be loving it. We got a few dancing. We got lots of conversation. We got lots of food. Not sure if there's much else you could ask for. We're looking forward to tomorrow's game as well. Tomorrow's going to be 7:15, I do believe, same time, here in the Florence Center. The PD IceCats are going to be away next weekend. They're going to travel to North Carolina. They got 2 games up there. And then at that point, it's really just the season gets going, and it's about getting comfortable and really getting to know the strategies and the tactics of your team. That's another big part of these first games is, understanding what coach wants you to do, understanding where coach wants you to be, and making sure you're doing that. But we got about six minutes left here in the intermission. We appreciate you being with us. Super excited to be here. I think a couple players maybe to kind of look for in this third period. Maybe a couple defense. Razilov, he's been a stud defenseman. He's really solid in the back end. I think he's going to be huge as the IceCats try to defend this lead. And I think the offensive side for the IceCats, guys look for this period. You got Trevor Lord. He's a goal scorer. He'll shoot that puck, and he's got a rip of a shot. But guys like Houston Wilson, Dustin Giseau, the twins, the Marcinkovic twins, they're absolutely solid players. But I think the biggest one to watch out for is Gonzalez, the goalie. Having a heck of a game. And it's all about this third period as we got about 5 minutes left. I think Gonzalez is going to be in that locker room really focusing up. For the IceCats, you've played 2 good periods, but in hockey, it's all about playing a full 60 minutes. 2 periods isn't enough, so this third period is going to be huge. 1 goal lead. I'm sure the goose egg on the scoreboard is going to be something Columbus is going to be trying to change. That's not something they like to look at.
So we'll see how things pan out as we are moments away from the third period. Do want to thank some of our proud partners with the PD IceCats. Gorget Distilling, Powers Properties, Chick-fil-A, who does have the power play, Palmetto Smiles, Remax, X-Gen Spa, and Orange Theory. Do want to thank one of our proud partners with the PD IceCats, also in MUSC. More on them in a moment. James Hoffmeyer has the penalty kill. Tomlinson, M&M Printing, Sport Clips, McLeod Health and Fitness, Stanley Steamer, Pepsi, Evening Shade, Hertz, Kimbrels, Hometown and Floor Coverings, Integrative Health Solutions. A proud partner of the PD IceCats. But a look at what we also see, where breast cancer is this, as we would like to thank MUSC Health for providing expert sports medicine care and athletic training services as the premier healthcare sponsor of the PD IceCats. If you get injured, let the team at MUSC Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine help you get back to your life. To find out more, visit muschealth.org or call 843-413-6835. But as we navigate our way, third period on deck, game that was highly anticipated between the PD IceCats, Columbus River Dragons, and what is the first game for the PD region in 6,780 days. It's been that long since a hockey game has been played here in Florence Center. But third period on deck, and what differences do you see in the first intermission, the second intermission as a player here, Bryce Dershell?
You know, it's interesting because the game's definitely starting to get to a point where, you know, nerves can kind of start to come back up as the third period comes up, especially a tight game like this. So, you know, the boys are talking about making simple plays, getting the puck out of the zone. I think a huge part of this period for the IceCats is going to be really getting the puck out of the zone, not getting hemmed in, no turnovers. Blue line turnovers can be an absolute killer, but I think a huge part's going to be watching those turnovers and just playing simple. I think a lot of these guys know what to do. They've been in this position before, just maybe not for this team, but hockey is the same on all teams. You gotta keep it simple, and I think in this third period that's going to be what they're focusing on.
So for the PD, should the mindset be offense or defense in a case where Ricardo Gonzalez has been standing on his head?
No, absolutely. I think a huge part of it's going to be kind of finding a happy medium between there, just because the offense, it's got to come. As I mentioned a little bit before, you're not going to win a game. You're not going to win many games 1-0. I mean, Ricardo Gonzalez has played an absolutely incredible game, but you got to expect to score more than one goal. And as the Columbus team, they're thinking the same thing, so they're going to be bringing it. But so I think it's a happy medium of half offense, half defense, maybe a little bit more focus on defense, but can't forget about the offensive side. The best offense is a good defense, and the best defense is a good offense in the end.
How does speed help you defensively with how an IceCats team with that speed can be offensively minded?
You know, it's helpful. I think a huge part of it is of defending is having that speed. For the offense, you know, the forwards are back checking, coming through the neutral zone. They're able to get back a little bit quicker when you got that speed. It's helpful. There's a little more trust as the defenseman when you're the last guy back. You know that you can maybe step up on a guy and still have a forward there that's going to be able to help you, especially pinching the zone and the offensive zone. Those pinches are huge, and having forwards who can get back and actually cover for you can be the difference in a game, really.
Make a big impact as we take a look at what's on deck. Also, next game tomorrow night, 7:15, here at the Florence Center, as the IceCats and River Dragons look to do it again. But before then, one period to play, maybe more possibly, as the IceCats make their return onto the ice. And a Columbus team that certainly has a winning pedigree. Last year, they defeated Athens, who had a spectacular season in their expansion year. But this is a team in Columbus that tends to be around for the playoff run. And when you look at the Federal Prospects Hockey League, the southern end of the region tends to have some really good teams. So we'll see if the PD can be in the mix, and the early indicators seems to be positive. We'll see what the third period promises between Columbus and the PD. But what is going through the minds of these fans, having not seen hockey for 18 years, and their home side leading 1-0?
Yeah, I think this is just about everything you can ask for, other than maybe just a few more goals. But otherwise, yeah, this crowd has seemed to love it. This is a point where maybe a few nerves creep up even in the crowd, but I think a big part for the crowd is staying in it, making some noise with the big hits, making some noise with the big saves and shots. So crowd can keep you in it, and they've been in it so far. So I think they're going to be really excited for this third period.
A lot of excitement and anticipation for what's on deck. There is carryover power play time for Columbus. Garrett Johnson sitting in the box for 12 seconds, that being the maximum. So the IceCats short-handed to begin period number 3. And Gary Graham brings on Jordan Popov, Timur Razulov, and in tandem with the IceCats with Nick Gullo and Dustin Gisso. So Ricardo Gonzalez has done a steady job. Again, Chance Adrian with the first goal for the PD IceCats in their history, and it came on the power play at 13:45. Columbus, on the other hand, this is a team that has postseason pedigree. So with a highly anticipated opening game of the season, their opener, see what period number 3 has in stock. Dustin Gisso take the face-off, posed against Kirk Underwood, the captain for Columbus. The third period underway with the IceCats leading 1-0. Columbus enters in on the attack. Kyle Moore found a pass left side for Joe Annette. One-timer feed that banked off the back wall that came from Matt Stoya. He looks to bring one in. Power play comes to an end, and the puck scaled up into the protective netting. 23 seconds in with the IceCats leading 1-0.
Yeah, great shot by Stoya. He's got a very hard shot, and especially when that's going through traffic, it's hard for Gonzalez to see it, but I'll tell you what, he's seeing some pucks that I do not know how he's seeing. He's making some really good saves, and as well as it's the rebound control. I mean, that puck straight up to the net, let your team get a little reset. Doing a great job.
Dustin Gisso to go up against Nathan Bockwell. The face-off to the right of Ricardo Gonzalez, straight off the draw. Gonzalez able to stick one away from danger. From the left half wall, Barrow vetted one across, left side, looking for a tip. That missed off of Underwood. Here are the IceCats down low. We do apologize for those watching on the live stream. Our score bug is not operative. We'll keep you up to date on time and score as much as we can. 40 seconds into the third period. IceCats with a 1-0 lead thanks to a second period goal. Here's a shot from Trevor Lord that missed wide to the right of goaltender Tyler Roy for the Columbus River Dragons. Suckered on by Matt Stoya, and Columbus hoping to break out, trailing 1-0 with 1 minute played in period number 3. Zoomed around the boards. Konstantin Chernak tried to chip the puck out. Gil Diaz in on the back check. Ryan Galvin looking to help the Columbus cause along with Cody Wickline. Right side, pass for Wickline from Storjahan. In the end is discovered by Patrick Marcinkiewicz. Tries to dance across the line, and he slipped. Here comes Cody Wickline. The puck heads in behind the IceCats goal line, and they come up with the puck. End-to-end so far. Here's Houston Wilson. He garners a line, leaving one for Legros. Chance in front, missed the net. Roy was down on all knees. The puck harmlessly went away from his cage. Here comes Columbus back the other way. Storjahan, centering pass, was behind on a trailing pass, hoping to find some arrow. IceCats the other way, 3-on-2, left side, a shot! Sailed up high on the bid from Dominic Marcinkiewicz. Now back the other way comes Columbus, and they go, they score! Kevin Sabat, the first player signed by the PD IceCats, finds the back of the net in the Florence Center.
Yeah, it's just a quick turnaround there, nearly a turnover, and 3-on-1. That's a heck of a shot, but as a defenseman, it's hard to defend as a goalie. I mean, there's too many options. That one's a really good shot. Ends up shooting quick, and catches them by surprise.
Goal at 2:21 of the third from Zabad. IceCats on the move, and play is stopped with 2:30 played in the third period. Kevin Zabad ties it up for the Columbus River Dragons, and a penalty taking place. And after the goal scored by Kevin Zabad, he heads to the penalty box.
It's not the cancellation you want, but huge opportunity for Petey. I think this is going to be huge. Just knowing that they've had so many chances on the power play, they've had some practice. So hopefully here they can kind of get it right.
Power play sponsored by Chick-fil-A. IceCats keep it in the zone. Here's Trevor Lord. Got it across right wing side. Banked by McGill Diaz into the corner. Gullo got it to Lord. Chipping in was McGill Diaz. Right side, centering pass. Left side, a shot off the side of the net. Oh, what a stop! Colliding in the play was Bockwell. IceCats have it again. Just so had it blocked. Here's McGill Diaz looking for a tip into the left wing corner. Just so. Gullo hoping to fish the puck out for the IceCats. And cleared, but not out. McGill Diaz holds the line. Lord, a shot blocked on its way and sent out of the defending end for Columbus. 70 seconds to go on the man advantage. Lord below the goal line for Eli Rivers. He peels against pressure. And Rivers looks to find Trevor Lord off the left half wall. Chernak right circles, tip towards Rivers. A shot, they score! Nick Gullo. IceCats respond.
Yeah, I know that's huge. I think that's exactly what you want on the power play, is a couple of really good chances and just crashing that net. The puck bounces, ends up getting to the front of the net, and it's a really good move. In tight, quick, to get the goalie moving one way, go to the other side. That's exactly what you want on the power play. I was going to mention it even if they didn't score. That was a great power play. Got some good chances. Got what they wanted.
Nick Gullo with the goal scored at 3:37. Columbus looking to respond. And that is 2 goals in the span of 1 minute, 16 seconds. Straight towards goal. Chance Adrian almost had another. Here's Columbus, though, with Tyler Barrow. Quite the response. This gingerly heads towards goal. Tyler Roy able to cover.
Yeah, I mean, as we mentioned, 1 goal can open it up, and it seems like that's happened. 2-1 lead here for Petey with about 16 minutes left, and that's a huge goal. It's all about kind of doing what you meant to do this third period. Now you got that one goal lead back, but you want to go ahead and keep it. Like I said, the best offense is a good defense, and the best defense is a good offense.
So the IceCats win the draw, delayed offside, and a penalty coming up. And just as the IceCats take the lead 2-1, Columbus looks to go on the man advantage. The penalty kill is partnered by James Hoffmore Law Attorney. With 15:54 to go. Chance Adrian in the box.
Yeah, as I mentioned, these penalties are going to be huge in this third period. This is a huge penalty kill. You got to stay disciplined.
Puck played out high, kept in by Thornton for Columbus. 15:45 to go in a steal. Here comes Houston Wilson driving to the net. What a stop by Tyler Roy. He's able to hang on the shorthanded break for Houston Wilson. And the fans at the PD love the effort from Wilson.
That's
heading down the wing.
Sorry, Danny. No, that's a great job to be able to read the pass and get a stick on it. With the move, he tries to give him a little shimmy shake, go 5-hole, but Roy does a really good job of reading it. That's a great save.
Patrick's Marcinkiewicz take the draw, shorthanded. Won cleanly by Cody Wickline for the River Dragons. IceCats with that Houston Wilson breakaway, gaining chances still nevertheless. And an offside call with 15:30 to go in the third. IceCats with a 2-1 lead. The goal from Nick Gullo, and that goal came as a result of one of the philosophies for hockey, net mouth presence.
Absolutely. No, those pucks get bouncing when they're around the crease, and sometimes it's about having the hardest shot, sometimes it's about having quick hands.
Columbus heads in from the right circle, where it heads straight towards Joannette. Alexandre Joannette played it out high where it could be kept in by Matt Stoya. His shot tenderly played, where trying to go back door. The effort was Joannette. Hard hit. Played on by Marcinkiewicz. Roy behind his net gives to Ryan Galvin. With the River Dragons of Columbus looking to break out with a minute to go on the minor to Adrian. Tip towards goal. Claimed on the play by Johnson. He had some difficulty. Underwood stole the puck for Columbus from the left circle. Puck heads into the left wing corner, where Brody Thornton skies one off the glass, and the IceCats able to clear with 38 seconds to go on the power play for Columbus. 14:28 to go in the game. IceCats with a 2-1 lead off goals from Chance Adrian and Nick Gullo. Columbus crosses the line. Storjahan left it for Tyler Barrow. He holds on. Right point. It goes to Kyle Moore. Tipped out of the zone by Dustin Gisso, rather Eli Rivers for the IceCats. With 10 seconds to go on the power play. Right side, Kyle Moore towards the net. Fan chance that skies in the air. Loose disc. Barrow missed the net. Wide to the left side. IceCats to full strength with Chance Adrian heading back. And the puck vaulted out of play with 13:48 to go in the third. Gets us a chance to thank our partners, PD IceCats, Gorget Distilling, Powers Properties, Chick-fil-A, Palmetto Smiles, Remax of Sean Austin, that is a proud partner of the home penalty box. 13:48 to go. Other proud partners of ours, X-Gen Spa, Orange Theory, James Hoffmeyer, Tomlinson, M&M Printing, Sport Clips, Cloud Health and Fitness, Stanley Steamer, Pepsi, Evening Shade, Hertz, Kimbrels, Hometown Floor Coverings, Integrative Health Solutions. Special thank you to all our partners that make all of this possible. But 13:48 to go. First media timeout. And for those wondering, we do apologize. Our score bug not operative for those watching online. For those at home, score, whether on stream or on radio, 2-1. The IceCats lead the Columbus River Dragons with 13:48 to go in the third.
Yeah, no, I think at this point, a huge part of the coach's conversation is just going to be strategy. You know, talking to the players about being in the right spot, having your guy, and trusting the players around you. And that's how you play defense. You just gotta trust the guys around you, be in the right spot, and I think that's going to be the biggest focus for the coaches here with just about 13 minutes and 48 seconds left. It's going to be about strategy, getting in the right order. And looking forward to a couple of good chances here.
Where do you see a sense of urgency when a game gets late? What would, for our new fans, what should they be looking for?
Sorry, you mind asking that question again?
Where do you see? We'll play on with that, Bryce Dershell. Here's a chance towards the goal. Dustin Gisso able to settle the loose disc and send one out towards the opposing blue line. Gullo, who has, at the moment, the go-ahead goal. Trevor Lord sends one towards the Columbus D line. That's sent, banked off the PD net. Miguel Diaz. Lord looks to clear the zone, but it's kept in by Columbus. Left side. Here's Moore. He fans on the attempted bid towards goal. Konstantin Chernak races ahead across the red line, and he fell on the play. We play on. Here comes Columbus with 13 minutes to go in the third, and a 2-1 lead for the hometown IceCats. Here's Nick McGill-Diaz, right for Nick Gullo. Head of Shootout, Dustin Giusseau races across the line for the IceCats in towards the left wing corner with 12:50 to go in the third period, a 2-1 lead. Here comes Columbus. And they prance ahead. Left wing side, Alex Jemayev with a shot. Gonzalez equal to the task. Sent well deep. Alex Ray, and icing is called with 12:34 to go in the third, which leads us to the stoppage. So Columbus, if you're a PD, you're expecting a push. Will they change up their style? Well, what do you see?
It's usually up to the coach. Sometimes you can kind of change things up, try to bring a new aspect. But a lot of the times it's just focusing on specific things, such as the forecheck, and maybe just controlling the puck well.
12:30 to go in the third, and a steal. Here comes Patrick Marcinkiewicz. Out high, Timur Razulov. Chisel the pass, right side, save made by Roy. And Columbus sends one in through the neutral zone for Timur Razulov. IceCats tipped in by Houston Wilson. And this goes for an icing with 12:07 to go. But back to the point, where would you expect a sense of urgency from Columbus, or would there be only down one goal?
No, absolutely. I think a big part of it is the forecheck. Getting in on the IceCat defenseman and really making it tough for them, making it difficult to make that first pass. But like I said, for the IceCats, it's about getting the puck out.
And IceCats look to bring the puck out. Hard hit from Timur Razulov. He has been everywhere so far in this game. Here comes Patrick Marcinkiewicz. Dropped it to his brother. Patrick's with a shot. And that's sailed up high. Delayed penalty coming against Columbus. They keep the pressure. Pinball towards goal from behind the net. Dominic Marcinkiewicz look to keep possession for the PD before play is halted with the puck into the protecting netting with 11:42 to go in the third, and another power play for the PD.
Yeah, no, you can't keep taking these penalties. It's going to come back to haunt you, that's for sure. It already has. But you got to stay disciplined. You got to watch that stick. And I think maybe especially this first game, the refs it's their first game as well. You got to realize that. So they're looking for things, and you can't give them anything to call. Columbus has, and IceCats look to make them pay once again.
11:42 to go. And this, a brutal penalty. Matt Stoya in a double minor. So a 4-minute power play for the PD. So it's a double minor. If the IceCats score within the first 2 minutes, there'd still be another penalty that has to be served from Stoya, who's in the box. Power play brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Left wing side. Held up high by McGill-Diaz. Right side, Roy with the save on the shot that came from Trevor Lord. River Dragons look to clear. Here's Dustin Giusseau. Below the goal line, centering bid. And IceCats celebrating. Nick Gullo within the midst of it. And Tyler Roy says, no, not this time. So we'll wait and see. And with 11:30 to go, 11 seconds in to the double minor to Matt Stoya. And thus, we continue on. So here's Nick Gullo. At the moment, he has the go-ahead goal. 11:30 to go. 2-1 lead for the IceCats, and one too well by Gullo. And the IceCats forced to revamp back in their own end. Here's Nick McGill-Diaz, the captain. Gullo sends one to Dustin Giusseau through the logo. Left side, and Columbus clears. 3:28 to go on the double minor. Served by Matt Stoya. 11 minutes to go in the third. IceCats lead 2-1. Gullo trails a pass and going for a spin, Dustin Giusseau. And he gives the puck away. Left side, a shot, they score! Ryan Galvin, a shorthanded tally has tied the game. Ryan Galvin capitalizes on the loose disc at 9:11 of the third and it's a 2-2 game.
Yeah, you can't fault Gonzalez for that one. That's incredibly tough. Just a wide open shot in the slot, especially as it's a one-timer. That's a tough one.
So Galvin scores the goal. And after one goal through 40 minutes, 3 in period number 3. So away come the IceCats after winning a draw. Here comes Patrick Marcinkiewicz, left wing side to his brother in Dominic's. Sailed right side for Houston Wilson. Below the goal line for the IceCats. Range from the right circle. Shernuk, left side. Dominic's Marcinkiewicz sent one in deep. Whacked at by Adrian. Houston Wilson, a wraparound attempt on goal. Puck still loose within the outskirts of the crease before Alex Jemayev clears out towards center. 2:24 to go in the double minor, served by Matt Stoya. So a shorthanded tally brings the game tied at 2 apiece. Here is Patrick Marcinkiewicz, and play is halted with 9:50 to go. And after the IceCats look to gain some momentum on the power play, a penalty against the IceCats halts everything. 2:08 to go. What was a man advantage, and that wipes out not all, but nearly all of the power play, as in the box is Patrick Marcinkiewicz.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I didn't see where that penalty was, but that's a tough one. Cancels out the power play that they had, but as we mentioned before, if there's any team that's going to take advantage of a 4-on-4, have a little bit of an advantage on a 4-on-4, it's going to be the speed of the IceCats. So that's going to be huge here. You got 4-on-4 for 2 whole minutes with just less than 10 minutes left in the game. That's going to be, this is a huge part of it. So
a slashing call. So with that, penalty box partnered by Sean Austin Remax. So you look to find a place for right home. Sean Austin is the place to go. So 9:50 remains in the third in a 2-2 deadlock here in the Florence Center. PD IceCats, their inaugural game. What a moment for the PD region that had not had hockey for 18 years. Many fans remember the PD Pride and the PD Cyclones. A new era for hockey in the PD with the IceCats. Here comes Eli Rivers for the PD, gaining the line. Both teams skating a skater aside, 4-on-4. Puck comes to Hugh Anderson for Columbus. Against the grain from Eli Rivers. He loses the puck before Hugh Anderson sends one in. Ricardo Gonzalez from behind his cage. Gives, and away goes Eli Rivers. He loses the puck thanks to Alex Storjahan, able to intervene. So here is Storjahan, the aforementioned, who gains the PD line from the right side. Scaled before the PD are able to handle with Jordan Popoff. Jackson LeGros from behind his net, able to allow IceCat forwards to go on a change. 8:55 to go in the third, 2-2 game here from the Florence Center. LeGros caught in the skates of Jordan Popoff, ventured ahead. Adrian looked to backhand a pass, hoping to find Houston Wilson. Instead, he found Mike Wynn of Columbus. Colton goes for a spin for the River Dragons, and then he ventures along the right wing side. He sends one on goal. Gonzalez pinballs one towards the left wing corner. Here's Chance Adrian for the IceCats, ahead for Houston Wilson across the logo. Gains the blue line. Wilson from the left circle. Look to find Dominic Marcinkiewicz. Instead, puck goes around the boards towards Kevin Saban. Scored first goal of the season for Columbus, and River Dragons were offside with 8:03 to go in the third, with 14 seconds to go on the penalty served by Dominic Marcinkiewicz. But that's where we stand at the stoppage with 8:03 left, and who's going to make the big play? That's the question here.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We got a whole new style of game as both teams tied. 8 minutes left. This is huge.
Inaugural game for the PD IceCats. Puck hugged along the right wing wall before the IceCats look to break out. Nick Gullo from the left circle. Tried a no-look pass. Kevin Sabat is there for Columbus. And Brody Thornton brings the puck into his own protection. Dominic Marcinkiewicz from neutral zone. Gains the blue line. Shoots a shot and a save from Tyler Roy. 7:33 to go. Both penalties have come to an end with Columbus in the end with a double minor taken from Matt Stoya. They score a shorthanded goal thanks to Ryan Galvin.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think the IceCats need to get a little bit more on their front foot here and start pushing some more pressure on as the game's coming to an end. Tie game, and they need to get a little bit of forward action going.
Patrick Marcinkiewicz wins it cleanly. A shot towards goal, and Houston Wilson has his shot sealed and covered by Tyler Roy. Straight off the draw, 7:29 to go. A 2-2 tie from the Florence Center. Patrick Marcinkiewicz wins the draw cleanly. Wilson again. This time Roy can't snag the glove save. Barrow looks to spring the puck loose, and he does unintentionally to Patrick Marcinkiewicz towards the goal, and Tyler Roy hangs on, and he covers with his glove.
Yeah, this is exactly what they're trying to do. You want to get Columbus back onto their back foot and put some pressure on. That's exactly what they're doing. This is some good ozone here.
7:15 to go in the third. 2-2 tie. If you are a shooter, do you like to go stick side or glove side on a goaltender?
Oh, it's tough. In play as a left-hander, I'd go glove side. A little bit more room.
What advantage does that bring?
I'd say it takes up a little bit less space than the blocker. And the blocker, when they project it, I mean, it's hard to get it past it. With the glove, sometimes they might try to make a extra fancy save and miss it. So I'm maybe a fan of the glove side.
River Dragons ice the puck with 7:01 to go. 2-2 tie. And one of the beauties of hockey, when a game is tied, there will be a puck in the back of the net, one way, shape, or form.
Gotta have a winner, absolutely.
Even if it's a shooter, straight off the draw, and Roy calmly watches the puck stay away from his goal. Left side, here's Gullo, high riser, and a left-handed glove stop from Tyler Roy with 6:50 to go in a 2-2 tie here in the PD.
Yeah, you just got to keep that pressure on. The IceCats were doing a really good job these last couple of minutes. They're putting a ton of pressure on, and it's all about getting that next one.
Nick Gullo to take the face-off, opposed with Ryan Galvin. Straight off the draw, just so a handcuffer on goal. Calmly played by Hugh Anderson for Columbus. It's sent on down. No icing. Here's Timur Razulov. He shows off his wheels. Lord instead found Ryan Galvin through the neutral zone with 6:28 to go in the third. A 2-2 tie here in the PD. Inaugural game for the PD IceCats. Here's a bid. Gonzalez the save on the shot that came from Wickline. Puck scaled up high and into the netting with 6:15 to go in the third. Once again, a 2-2 tie here in the PD. But with what we saw after the goal from Columbus, what do you like from the IceCats' response after giving up the equalizing goal?
Yeah, no, tons of offensive pressure, a couple of good chances. That's what it's all about. You gotta respond to goals against with lots of pressure yourself. That way you can get some momentum going back your way.
Puck heads into the left wing corner, fanned on by Sabat before pinged by LeGros. And the IceCats look to head on a rush as they leave their defensive end. Eli Rivers got it to Chance Adrian before the puck heads behind the Columbus goal line. And the IceCats in on the forecheck before, in the end, Alex Jemayev sends one out through the neutral zone, and the IceCats will tend with Chance Adrian. Scored the first goal in PD IceCats history. He chips one in the attacking zone. That gives a chance for the IceCats to go on a change. 5:33 remaining in the third period. In a 2-2 deadlock here in the PD. Nick McGill-Diaz through the neutral zone, right wing side, sent one in behind the Columbus goal line. Patrick Marcinkiewicz looking for his brother Dominic, who couldn't hold the zone, or he did. Dominic Marcinkiewicz got it to Patrick Marcinkiewicz, who is leveled on the play by Underwood. Behind the net, and play is called with 5:04 to go after the heavy hit employed by Kirk Underwood.
Absolutely, using their physicality. I'll say they could have used their physicality to maybe get the puck out of the zone, but a great job to keep the zone, maybe get a little opportunity off of that. So those blue line turnovers can be killer as a team.
5:04 remaining in the third, 2-2 tie. Puck sent towards the net. Patrick Marcinkiewicz taken down, delayed penalty coming up. And the IceCats yet again on another power play, powered by Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, these power plays are having a huge impact in this game. It's basically becoming the game, but this is going to be, I guess you can say each time that this is the biggest one, but this is going to be huge. 5 minutes left. This is going to be the game.
4:57 remains. Do want to thank our proud partners, PD IceCats, Gorget Distilling, Powers Properties, proud partner of the third period, Chick-fil-A, partner of the power play, Palmetto Smiles, Remax of Sean Austin, XGen Spa, including Orange Theory, James Hoffmeyer, proud partner of the penalty kill, Tomlinson, M&M Printing, Sports Clips, Cloud Health and Fitness, Stanley Steamer, Pepsi, Evening Shade, Hertz, Kimbrels, Hometown Floor Coverings, and Integrative Health Solutions. Special thank you for your support of the PD IceCats. 4:57 remaining. Ryan Galvin in the box for a minor penalty. Where is your mindset if you are the IceCats going on the man advantage?
Well, I think it's all about puck control. I think you're going to be, again, looking to make simple plays, but also getting pucks on net. I think a big aspect is going to be getting pucks on net and then retrieving the puck. It's rebounds are going to come out, but it's going to be important to be able to get to the net and either bang them home or get control of that rebound.
So Nick Gullo, who scored the IceCats' second goal, is on. Left wing side flanked by Dustin Giseau. Backline Nick McGill-Diaz. Part of that back end for the IceCats. Trevor Lord works from the right bumper. With Giseau on along with Eli Rivers. So here's Gullo to take the faceoff. In a stalemate. Pitched back for McGill-Diaz. He holds the line. Right side, Trevor Lord shooting. A stop by Roy. Giseau from the left corner. Gullo watches one sail to Trevor Lord, right point. Rivers had one hop off his stick, and Columbus able to clear. 4:35 remaining in the third with 1:37 to go on the man advantage for the IceCats. Here's Trevor Lord. He looks to zoom up. The power play for the IceCats. He gains the blue line and promptly cleared by Kirk Underwood. Ricardo Gonzalez behind his net. There's no restricted area in the Federal Prospect Hockey League. Benefit for the goaltenders. Here's Konstantin Chernak. 4:09 to go in the third. Here's Dustin Giseau shooting his shot and a save by Tyler Roy. 65 seconds to go on the power play. Adrian down low. Wilson looking to crowd the net. Chernak can't keep the puck in the zone, and the IceCats forced to vacate. Pass sent for Dustin Giseau, who's heading to the bench. Here comes Columbus, riding in Kirk Underwood. Canceled by Houston Wilson. And he awaits the IceCats to go on a rush. He stays on the ice. Here's Chance Adrian, left it for Shootout. Zoomed across, where it can be found by Houston and Wilson, who leaves it right side for Marcinkiewicz. Patrick's, that is. Left side, here comes Jemayev with a shot, and here comes the IceCats. Patrick's Marcinkiewicz, 3:15 to go. 17 to go on the power play. A hurried shot sent as Alex Jemayev sent one in, and the IceCats forced to regroup with 9 seconds. A turnover, and Gonzalez with the save on Joel Texmo. Crisis averted.
Yeah, these turnovers are going to become a problem if they keep them up. We got to be a little safer with the puck, especially in front of our own net. It's huge to have security with the puck with just 3 minutes left, so that's going to be a huge aspect. I mean, puck's got to get it up and off the glass, out of the zone.
Off the face-off, Timur Razulov. Left side, Eli Rivers engages on the rush, looking to find Alex Ray. Here's Rivers from below the goal line. From the right wing corner, power play comes to an end, and the IceCats forced to vacate the attacking zone. Rivers gives behind his net for Timur Razulov. Sense a chance of let's go IceCats amongst the floor and center crowd. Ray, left wing corner. He is hit heavily by Mike Wynn. They look to fish the puck out. Tie game at 2 apiece with 2:20 to go. Zoomed out towards Jordan Popoff. Timur Razulov through the neutral zone. Across the logo. Ray fanned on controlling the puck. Here's Tyler Barrow for Columbus. Gaining the line, Kyle Moore. He launches one in towards the left wing corner. There to greet it, Tyler Barrow. Galvin looks to chip in. The IceCats with pressure that came from TJ Prexler. Still ping-ponged loose. And puck sent and Columbus offside. Do want to thank proud partner for the PD IceCats, MUSC, for their support of the PD IceCats as far as health is concerned, and always is important. MUSC, one of proud partners of the IceCats. We like for providing expert sports medicine care and athletic training services as the premier healthcare sponsor of the PD IceCats. If you get injured, let the team at MUSC Orthopedics and Sports Medicine help you get you back to your life. 1:40 to go in the third, and puck sent deep into the Columbus end, and the IceCats iced the puck with 1:39 to go in a 2-2 tie.
Yeah, time is ticking, and the more it does, the closer we get to overtime. But at this point, I think the simple plays become huge, and as we got a top line, couple of top lines out here, it's gonna be high-speed hockey here these last minute 40 seconds.
1:39 to go. Dustin Gisso able to claim the loose disc. Storjahan with pressure on him. Dustin Gisso down a hill through the neutral zone, lost the puck. Storjahan for Columbus. A shoulder check from Gisso. He's got the puck within the neutral zone and sends one in. And Nick Gullo pursues the loose disc, but here comes Columbus with 1:17 to go in the third and a 2-2 tie. Cody Wickline. Shootout. Here comes Patrick's Marcinkiewicz driving to the net, and a save by Roy with 1:05 to go in the third.
Yeah, great chance there. Little turnover, got it quickly into the zone, and a really good move, but a great save as well by Roy.
65 seconds to go in regulation. Patrick's Marcinkiewicz take the face-off for the PD. Who's going to blink next? Might be the last time team blinks. Columbus hoping to clear, and they do, out towards center. Miguel Diaz chipped in from Dominic Marcinkiewicz. Houston Wilson from behind the Columbus goal couldn't control the loose puck. Chernak out to center again. Miguel Diaz, and the IceCats look to reset and tag up. In they go. Houston Wilson with a check, and Columbus clears. 33 seconds remaining in the third. Stretch pass, Miguel Diaz marking Jimeoff defensively. Here comes Dominic Marcinkiewicz, high riser, and a save by Roy, and he, in the end, covers with 20.7 left.
That's a really good shot. Roy makes the first save, but doesn't quite have it 100%. Ends up getting on top of it, but good play there with just 20 seconds left in the third period. It's all about getting shots on net, crash that net, and if the puck isn't covered, get back on defense.
With 20.7 to go. With overtime certainly a possibility in a 2-2 deadlock. Chance Adrian scored the first goal in PD IceCats history. That came in the second period. And then Columbus answered on a goal from Kevin Sabad. And then just as quickly, tally from Nick Gullo before Ryan Galvin tied things up. 15 seconds remaining. IceCats have the puck in their own defensive end. Here's Trevor Lord, backhanded pass behind Patrick Marcinkiewicz. 5 seconds left. Columbus with the puck in their own end. 2 seconds and 1. To overtime we go here in the PD.
All right, game number 1, and we get some free hockey. Nothing wrong with that. Should be super exciting. A little 3-on-3 action to have an overtime, and should be tons of speed, tons of skill.
So for our new fans, 3-on-3 game is definitely different. What stands out about 3-on-3 overtime?
Yeah, it's definitely changed since 18 years ago. But so now we got 5 minutes, 3-on-3. Here it's going to be really all about puck control. I mean, you'll see guys end up looking like they have an opportunity, but they'll take it back out of the zone just because they want full control. They want to set some things up. If the other team gets control, it might be another 2 minutes before you can get the puck back. So control is going to be everything here. You're going to see some really good stick skills. You're going to see some really good speed. And I'm interested to see how it benefits the IceCats.
And if a team wins the draw, and that certainly puck possession is so key, because with how wide the ice is, 3-on-3, we'll see what happens with all the indications with speed involved. So 3-on-3 action. What's impressed you about Columbus through the first 60 minutes?
I'd say it's been good defense. A lot of the shots have come from the outside. They've been good at cleaning up those rebounds. There only been a few scrambles, but no, they've been good systematically. And the penalties, that's changed the game completely. The power plays, but when it's 5-on-5, it seems to be pretty even. But now we got 3-on-3, and we talked about it a little bit earlier, but I have a feeling that might benefit the IceCats a little bit. But that's the one thing about 3-on-3 is, and truly anything can happen.
Anything can happen in 3-on-3. And for Columbus, who they bring on for overtime, Kyle Moore is on the ice, along with Josh Colton and Tyler Barrow. On with Nick McGill Diaz, along with Dominic Marcinkiewicz and his brother in Patrick's. 3-on-3 overtime, 5 minutes on the clock, away we go. First game in PD IceCats history needs overtime to decide it, and away we go. Patrick Marcinkiewicz wins the draw, and here is Nick McGill Diaz for the IceCats. He gives towards Patrick Marcinkiewicz, who attempts a self-pass. Patrick Marcinkiewicz from left circle, chiseled the pass left side, centering bid, that pinballed behind the goal. Left side, here's Dominic Marcinkiewicz, turns on goal, Roy the save, with pressure on the way that came from McGill Diaz, and this time Columbus has the puck here in overtime. Barrow crosses the line, Colton looks on the entry. Here comes Kyle Moore, straight to the net. He missed wide to the right. Columbus pursuing the loose puck. Before this is Patrick's. Here's Marcinkiewicz to the goal, on the goal line, and safely tended to by Josh Colton. He banks one off the back wall, and away goes Kirk Underwood for Columbus. Barrow through the neutral zone. 3:56 to go in overtime. Stoya in a 2-2 tie. Gains the line. Right side, a shot. A high riser out of play. Good save from Ricardo Gonzalez.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to notice here with the possession, that's what it's all about. It's rebounds, and it's you want to avoid turnovers, but turnovers are the only chance you're going to have of the puck. So it's all about keeping control. Of a couple good options, but it's been good defense here as well.
Straight off the draw, Stoya up high through traffic, save made before the IceCats able to control. Dustin Gisso leads for Jordan Popoff. 3:33 to go in 3-on-3 overtime. Popoff sprung the puck ahead, and left wing side, here's Houston Wilson. Wilson had his shot blocked by Matt Stoya, and another steal, driving in, a chance, delayed penalty. Gisso had the puck tethered to his stick nearly, and a penalty coming up against Columbus. Matt Stoya straight to the box, and the IceCats head on another Chick-fil-A power play. 3:13 to work with in overtime.
River Dragons penalty on number 36, Max Stoya.
So it's not a 3-on-2. Slashing call on Matt Stoya here in overtime.
Yeah, no, this is going to be huge. It's going to be 4-on-3, and that creates so much ice with so much skill with the IceCats. I'm excited to see what they can come up with here. Looks like we got the Twins out there. They're so creative, and this will be good.
So a 4-on-3. Chance Adrian loses the draw posed by Alex Storjahan before the puck is launched back in towards the IceCats end. Here's Patrick Marcinkiewicz. Through the neutral zone, the IceCats enter. Marcinkiewicz run into heavily by Wickline. Adrian from the goal line. Good stick from Anderson. From the left circle, out high. Patrick Marcinkiewicz, stop made by Roy. And settled and cleared. 2:42 to go in overtime. So here come the IceCats. Nick McGill-Diaz across the red line. He ventures in on the attack and leaves. Adrian, left side, held up high. Here's Marcinkiewicz. McGill-Diaz from the right circle. Got it across, left side, left wing. One-timer McGill-Diaz. Roy with a headhunter. 2:10 to go in overtime and sent in deep. Here's McGill-Diaz. IceCats on the reset. 2 minutes to go in the overtime session. From the left circle. Pitched on back and haltage in play, and a penalty coming up with 1:54 to go. 41 seconds did remain on the power play, and now both teams skating 3 aside. So certainly a change of pace with how things play itself. You are listening to IceCats Hockey on WWFN 100.5 Florence. 100.5 the game. 1:54 to go. And to the box for the IceCats goes Konstantin Shootout. So in the end, 41 seconds remain on the minor to Stoya. Shootout in the box for the rest of the overtime period. Kirk Underwood to take the face-off for Columbus. 1-2 cleanly, and a race. Here comes Houston Wilson driving, save made by Roy. Saban starts up the rush for Columbus. Kevin Saban gains the line, leaves it. Colton lost the puck. Saban had the puck sail in front of him. And the IceCats looked ahead again with 90 seconds to go in overtime, 15 to go of 3-on-3 hockey before Columbus have a power play. Should we continue on? Team Razulov with Barrow. Thornton got it across right side for Tyler Barrow, who fell from the play. And taking a tumble additionally comes Jordan Popoff. Here comes Columbus the other way. Here's a chance that sailed off the bid from Brody Thornton and launched and cleared out, where the IceCats now on the penalty kill. Penalty kill partnered by James Hoffmeyer. 50 seconds to go in overtime. Barrow gains the line. Pressure employed by McGill Diaz. Left side, Thornton on goal. Cleared out towards center with 35 seconds remaining in overtime. 2-2 deadlock here in the PD. Brody Thornton gains the red line. Crossing in, Thornton awaits. Leaves for Barrow. Right side, Colton. Barrow winds up. Save made by Gonzalez into the left corner. 18 seconds to go in overtime. Sent in deep, where it can be played by Roy. Pinballed and banked off the right wing side. Barrow got it across. Right side for Kyle Moore. 2 seconds and 1. Overtime. Can't decide anything. To a shootout we go in the PD.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. This seemed to turn into a power play game, and both teams got similar amount of power plays. It's 2-2, and we've got a shootout. This will be really good. Lots of skill here.
So, for fans that are new to the penalty shootout, what is there to expect?
So it's going to be a best of 3 in a way, where each team gets 3 shooters. If the team that goes first scores 2 of their goals and the other team scores just 1, obviously they win. But should be super interesting. Tons of different strategies here. Some guys like to rush in with some speed and maybe catch the goalie off guard. Some guys like to maybe take their time and take as long as they can getting down the ice. So interested to see the strategies here. A couple of really good goalies too. This will be a good battle.
And this game has certainly been the story of the goaltenders. Through 40 minutes of play, only 1 goal. That was from Chance Adrian. But now it's the skills competition to decide it. Hatrix Marcinkiewicz to shoot first for the PD. Hatrix Marcinkiewicz moving in on Tyler Roy to his right. Hatrix Marcinkiewicz scores. And the IceCats lead 1-0 in this shootout.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. He uses the strategy of coming in slow, takes his time, and I'll tell you what, they've got magical hands there. That's a great move, so quick.
Alex Storjahan to shoot next. Storjahan out to his right, in on Gonzalez. Storjahan, and a pad stop by Gonzalez.
Absolutely, this crowd is loving it. Like I said, that blocker's hard to beat when it's projected out so far, and Gonzalez is always so square. That's a great save.
The veteran, Dustin Gisso, to face Tyler Roy. Gisso with speed. What else is new? Gisso hangs on slowly on in, and Roy stayed patient and made the stop.
Yeah, absolutely. Stays very patient there. And that's why sometimes it's good to switch up the different strategies, because it looked like he stayed patient, stayed with him, but here we go.
In comes Tyler Barrow. Barreling right wing. Barrow shoots, scores! And the shootout is tied.
Yeah, that's great deception. It's hard to expect a shot with the skating style there, and just catches him off guard, low blocker. It's a heck of a shot.
Dominic Marcinkiewicz hopes of an encore performance from his brother. Dominic Marcinkiewicz stopped by Roy. And Columbus with a chance to win it. So here is Matt Stoya, who took the penalty in overtime. He has a chance to win it. Stoya to his left. Matt Stoya driving in. Stoya scores. And Columbus wins it in a shootout. Stoya ladled the puck, took all the time that he had, and then rifled the shot past Ricardo Gonzalez. And for the first game in PD IceCats history, IceCats do earn a point in the standings with shootout loss. Crowd support still there for the IceCats, but what an emotional day for the people of the PD. What was an incredible hockey game.
Absolutely incredible turnout. Really impressed to see how it looks like just about all the fans stuck around to the end, especially a long game like today. It's great to have the support. They've been great, and we look forward to seeing more of it.
So, a game-winning shootout goal from Matt Stoya gives the Columbus River Dragons their first win of the year. Winning goaltender Tyler Roy, and he put on a display. He made the saves when it mattered the most, but in the end, it's victory for Columbus. PD point in the standings, so still plenty of positives to take away as we wind our way towards the finish. Danny Buck alongside Bryce Derschel, and look, it doesn't end in a victory for the PD, but in the end, it's the people that win.
No, absolutely. I mean, a really good game, back and forth the whole way. The fans were a part of it the whole time, cheering, making some noise. Like I said, a great game, goes to overtime. The power plays, I mean, once you get into the 4th, 5th, 6th power play, fans start to expect a little excitement once those power plays hit. So, I mean, a really fun game to watch, but in the end, it seems like it just became a power play game where discipline wasn't quite there, and that's what ended up keeping it so tight. But super unfortunate loss here. But I mean, like you said, lots of things to look forward to, lots of positives to come out of it. But I think for anybody, that first game is going to be a lot to clean up.
What we see from the goal scoring for this game. First, it began with Chance Adrian scoring the first goal in PD IceCats history in the second period on a power play. What a moment it was for the region with Adrian burying that power play goal.
No, absolutely. It's an incredible finish by him. I mean, the angle on that was incredibly difficult. But to have the poise to put it in the back of the net is huge. And on the other end, it was a sequence of events where I believe it was a miscommunication that led to a chance, but a sprawling Gonzalez makes a great save. We get down the ice and do what we've been looking to do. But no, that first goal was huge for the IceCat community and huge for the team.
Huge for the community and for the team. But as we wind our way towards the finish, a look at some of the final statistics. Look at how the goaltenders have shined for both Columbus and the PD. First, Ricardo Gonzalez having himself seeing plenty of chances, and he had himself quite the outing, even though it ended in defeat.
No, absolutely. I mean, it's tough as a goalie with so many power plays. It changes the game. It's a little bit more choppy with all the whistles and maybe the puck getting sent down to the other end, but no, the goalies, I mean, absolutely incredible job. I mean, it could have been a way different score. They both made some really good saves and just stood on their heads, and a great game for it.
And a look at the story on the power play. PD 1 of 11 on the power play. Columbus 0 of 9. And that was one thing that was anticipated early on, was there would be a lot of penalties, and we certainly saw that. But for the IceCats to respond in the third period, after they had given up the goal to tie the game from Kevin Sabad, how big was it for Nick Gullo to find himself onto the score sheet?
Absolutely. I think that's one of the positives you can take out of this game is the mindset of the IceCats. They kept at it. Just a couple of unfortunate plays that led to goals against, but no, I think they had lots to look forward to, lots of positives. Their mindset, they kept at it. They grinded the whole game. I don't think there were too many shifts taken off. So definitely one of the positives to take out of it.
A lot of positives to take away. One final look at the scoring summary. At 13:45 the second period, Chance Adrian on the power play, the first goal in PD IceCats history. And then Columbus responded. Kevin Sabat, first signing of the IceCats, he scores at 2:21 of the third, and that ties up the game. And then PD responded. Nick Gullo, he answers a minute 16 seconds later amidst a net mouth scramble that put the IceCats up 2-1. And then at 9:11 of the third, Ryan Galvin buries a loose puck and ties up the game at 2 apiece. And then in the shootout, Matt Stoya, after sitting in the penalty box in overtime, he finds himself from a hero at the end of the game. But that is the story. But the shootout, although it doesn't end in a win, certainly a lot to like for the IceCats in this game.
Absolutely, you like getting the point, but back to work tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a huge game. I think they know that they can take it to this Columbus team and really maybe put it in an extra gear. But tomorrow will be very interesting. I think it'll be more disciplined. I think both coaches are going to hammer that, and that you can't have nearly 10 penalties for each team by the end of the game. That's just not doable.
We'll pay attention to that tomorrow, but we'll be with you at 7 o'clock on the IceCats Broadcast Network on this opening night presented by Pepsi. That's all the time that we have for tonight's broadcast. Special thank you to everyone who makes this broadcast possible. For our executive producer, Aiden Mulholland, and for Bryce Dershell, I'm Danny Buck saying so long and take care, and thanks for being with us in opening night presented by Pepsi of Florence. Your final score, the Columbus River Dragons 3, the PD IceCats 2.